Yo, once again, we back. This We're Just Messengers podcast. Of course, I'm Mo.
I'm Mike.
You know, We're Just Messengers Mondays, of course. You know, we got my dog Drew Money on the boards.
How y'all feeling?
Feeling great, man. First week of the season is here.
Dun, 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 dun.
Dun, 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 dun. My dog in here with the split jersey on.
That dog came home and away.
Yes, sir. That's the best way to come.
That's the best way to come. You neutral with it. Like, you support either way.
I ain't never did the split jersey. I'm going to have to fuck with that.
This nigga came, Bryce was right. You know, I feel left out, but you know, it's all good. Like,
hey, shout out to the media team because I ain't even think about the play on that.
Bryce is right,
the
bro.
Bryce is right. That shit was dope when they did that. They had that ready to go,
They had that ready. When they knew they was all in on Bryce, they put the media team to work immediately. Like, hey, we need something for this man. Like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't mad at it though, man. We here, man. Week 1 NFL, bro. How y'all feeling, man?
I'm feeling good, man. I'm excited about the new regime, the new beginning. Feels good to be comfortable with a quarterback you don't have to worry about. You know what I'm saying?
I said that to
everything
you as soon as I got in here. That's what I said.
Everything else, man, is, of course we're going to have the growing pains, but I'm not, like I said last week, I'm not really worried about Bryce. It's everything else.
Right. Drew, you got a new quarterback. How you know?
My week 1 feels is great.
Right.
I can't even lie. My quarterback's black. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My Lambo's blue. You know what I'm saying? So we out here, man. But yeah, I'm just hyped in charge right now, man. That's just all I can say, man. We got Jacksonville week 1, 1 o'clock today. And yeah, it's going to be a good game. That's how I feel.
We got the Eagles off top. You know what I'm saying?
Jesus.
Off top.
Y'all set y'all fantasy since we got a fantasy now?
I set mine. We good,
all
man.
these damn injuries and shit. But we were getting into sports, man. But how everybody week been?
I mean,
good week,
this shit
man.
was good, man.
Week,
This shit was good.
I'm tripping, man. My daughter's birthday was yesterday. I got a 9-year-old now.
Big up Milo.
So it's like, just had to make sure
crazy,
she's been straight this
time
week.
goes by fast. Nigga, I remember the baby shower.
Yeah. I remember she helped us win the Super Bowl.
I remember that too. You couldn't get too excited because you had her.
Yeah. I had her in the breadbasket. But yeah, I mean, we here, man. 9 years old. So,
man, time go by fast.
Time not real, man. Time not real, man. So a lot of kids, a lot of people have birthdays this week that I know. So shout out to all the Virgos, man.
Yeah, it definitely was a week full of birthday. Big up VP, man. VP birthday was
the Virgos went crazy this week.
Yeah, like I mean, I got on Facebook, and Facebook always shows everybody's birthday and shit. It's like, golly, I was almost at the point where I'm just put a status out.
Whereas there was in droves this week, bro. Like no lie, like I knew a lot of people had birthdays this week, bro.
And there's also it's interesting to see who's sharing whose birthday.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like knowing somebody from one way and knowing somebody from a different way and kind of putting the two together to be like, wow, like, what the hell?
Mm-hmm.
But
y'all share any birthdays with any celebrities?
LeBron James.
You and Bron got the same birthday?
Got the same birthday.
Tiger Woods.
I think
it's a lot of December 30th birthdays, now that I think about it. Is it 30th?
GOAT Day, yes, sir.
I think the only person that got my birthday is Trick Daddy. I remember looking that up a few years ago.
You and Trick got the same birthday?
Me and Trick Daddy got the same birthday.
It's fitting.
What I posted in, bro.
Well, however you want to take it.
Hey, man, I'll take it, man.
Me and
And we got the same name. His name Maurice too.
Trick's name is Maurice.
His name Maurice, and his family from South Carolina.
He do got some. I do remember he got some Charleston ties. So me and Tim Allen got the same birthday.
The comedian Tim Allen, Home Improvement,
Toy Story. Yep.
Buzz Lightyear. That makes sense. That makes sense, bro. You can't make this shit up, bro.
Me and Chris Evans got the same birthday. Captain America.
Captain America. You would, if you was a superhero, I think you would be Captain America.
Olsen twins. We got the same birthday.
Damn, that's crazy.
And Luke James, the R&B singer, black dude.
Black dog. Okay.
We got the same birthday.
That's what's up, bro.
The Olsen twins. I ain't heard them names in a while.
You ain't gonna hear them in a while because they chilling. Them niggas rich.
How much bread you think they made off of Full House and all that shit?
But you gotta think, even after Full House, they went on a little Disney movie run too.
They did?
Yeah, they was in didn't they have a few movies after that?
They probably did. I don't know. I can't remember.
I know they were really popular though, like even after Full House. But their older sister is Wanda from Marvel.
No way.
That's their older sister.
Get the fuck out of here,
yeah,
dog.
she's an Olsen sister. She's not a twin, but yeah.
That's a older sister?
Mm-hmm.
That's fucking crazy. I never knew that. It'd be a lot of actor ties within this shit. So dog off
Well, they nerve shit.
dog off
What their net worth is, Drew?
250 million.
they got money like that?
Combined, the sisters are worth 500 million.
Oh, that was $250 a piece.
Hold up, bro. They getting money like that?
Hey, you know who I didn't think had this much money? I looked up Madonna's net worth yesterday.
Oh, no, she got stupid bread.
She's worth $850 million.
I believe that.
I did not know that.
And most of that gotta be music.
Nah, a lot of it real estate.
Okay.
Yeah, she owns a lot of stuff around the world. But yeah, that's crazy.
And Wanda's definitely their big sister. Dog.
Yeah, she's the big sister. Yeah.
Wow, the Olsen twins reckon that's why they been quiet. Them
Yeah,
niggas
you're
sitting
not gonna
on
see
money.
them, bro. They be at fashion shows and shit, just chilling, bro.
Yeah, they skin hugging their bones and shit
Yeah.
right now. Like, yeah, they chilling.
Yeah, they skin definitely hugging their
Yeah,
bones.
they been on that type of shit
Yeah.
too. Like them niggas. Yeah.
Nose very healthy.
Dog off The Boys, his son. That's Dennis Quaid's son.
Oh, for real?
That's his son.
And Dennis Quaid, he live in Mount Pleasant too. He moved here.
He live in Mount Pleasant?
Yeah, he moved here a long time ago, bro.
Nah,
I swear to God, my
that's
granddad
crazy.
had some jobs out in Mount Pleasant. He met Dennis Quaid. Like he said, Dennis Quaid real cool. Dennis Quaid been living in Charleston for a while.
I can see some celebs coming out here and getting ducked off. Ain't saying shit. Don't Lil Jon got a house out here?
I heard he do. And so a few of them boys, they got houses here. You just don't know. That I can see Lil Jon living here.
Shout out to Dennis Quaid.
Yeah,
man.
he's out. Lil Jon had a spot. Should we been to
And
it
James,
several
wasn't
times.
it? James Island?
It was on Sullivan's.
He on Sullivan's
Oh,
Island.
he on Sullivan's.
he real out
Oh, he
here.
real duck off.
He ducked.
Koozie type mean, all
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I've been at his spot like 2-3 times. His first cousin, well, my homeboy's Greg, he married Lil Jon. She married Lil Jon.
Oh, okay.
And that's his first cousin. So we graduation party, all that shit was at their crib.
Word. That's what's up.
Yeah, shit was dope. He's a cool guy, very calm. Like all that, like
You would
get
never
crunk in the
know. You
club,
probably never know.
real calm, like real calm.
What?
Where we put Lil Jon all time, like as far as like his contributions to rap? I mean, when we always talk about like the southern rappers
In the southern
like,
way.
Lil Jon really don't really come up like that.
I mean, he ushered in like a whole movement, crunk movement. You can't not acknowledge that.
Cause how old is Lil Jon now?
He probably like in his early 40s, late 30s.
52.
He 52?
Yeah, I'm about to say early 40s. You tripping?
Yeah, he
Damn.
he's old.
Because you got to think Wayne will be 41 in a few weeks.
Right. You right. Yeah, he ain't low. I mean, shit. Yeah, you right. Damn.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but we talk about Lil Jon contribution, like in the whole like grand scheme of the South. I mean, he ushered in a whole new sound. So like, you would have to put him up there. Where I just don't know.
I mean, because he's coming up during the time of like Luda really going crazy.
He came in at a perfect time to be real. That's when the South was
the late 90s, early
ascending.
2000s.
Yeah.
But I think he was able to maneuver his way even when like the sound of Lil Jon kind of got obsolete. Like niggas didn't want to hear
He
on
went
every
to the
fucking
EDM
track.
shit.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
went to the EDM, but also he was a DJ and shit
Yeah,
too.
yeah, he pivoted.
Yeah, so it was a nice smooth transition, I feel.
It ain't like we was like, damn, this nigga still doing this.
Yeah,
He knew what time it was.
Yeah,
He knew what
he
time
was
it
able to, I mean, at a 52-year-old man, you see the progression. And
Yeah.
you should, I mean, he wasn't, at current day, he's 52, but during that time, he clearly was an older gentleman coming throughout
He
that
was.
time.
Now that you think about it.
Yeah, so to be able to pivot in the way that he was able to pivot, it kind of just makes sense if he's mentally strong to do shit like
So
that.
Right.
shit, if John 52, then 03, he was 32.
He was in his 30s, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that makes sense. Jay-Z's was in his early 30s, too, back then.
Yeah. I figured John was. No, I kind of thought he was around that age.
I didn't. I thought he was a little younger than that, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I mean, he didn't look like, he didn't carry himself as a 32-year-old back then. So, you know, I thought he was like maybe in his mid-20s. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, but overall, though, like, I mean, you kind of have to put him up there, like, with the 3-6 Mafia as far as making a sound.
I was about to ask if Lil Jon and DJ Paul did like a versus.
That would be hard.
That would be lit.
That would be hard as hell, bro.
Cause with Usher went crazy.
That shit did. That,
Oh,
I
man,
mean, you gotta think.
you taking us
You gotta
back.
think he had the songs he did with Usher. He produced Freak a Leak. He had all the little scrappy songs, the Trillville, Crime Mob,
I think he did one with Pitbull.
Pitbull. Like he on the low, he got some shit. He got his own shit. I like them girls. B.I.B.I.
He could eat off songs if he wanted to for the rest of his life.
Yeah, he got B.I.B.I. He got all kind of shit. He got some shit on the low. So that would be hard. That would be hard as hell. That'd be one of the good verses.
T-Pain. Can't forget T-Pain.
Oh yeah.
He did records with T-Pain. Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
See, and that was the thing. Like T-Pain's sound kind of came and like took that replacement of Lil Jon and his
wave. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I remember it was a BET award, one of them awards, and it was like this nigga, regardless of how T-Pain played out or whatever reward was given for whatever, I think hip hop album or hip hop song of the year or some shit. The nigga was on every single feature of each song. It was like 5 different songs.
He won regardless.
Yeah. I think it was Kanye and Kanye featuring T-Pain that ended up actually winning the award. But it just was. I mean, it was a crazy time. I mean, 04 and going up.
Mm-hmm. T-Pain did hit hard though.
Mm-hmm.
I remember first hearing the Sprung shit, and then he came back.
He was very, very young at that time.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know how young T-Pain was at that time, dog.
Writing those big records.
I think it was like 2021.
At
the time, I'm thinking he like 27, 26, some shit.
Facts.
Nah, he was a young boy killing, dog. Like, but Lil Jon, Lil Jon really got I can see him getting an achievement award.
He definitely deserves his flowers for his contributions. I mean, his net worth is only $30 million. Not to say that's little or low money, but I mean, I feel like
shit. A lot of rappers would die for that.
Facts.
Yeah, that's a fact.
They always say rappers don't really get their money off their music; they get it off other shit.
Yeah,
So if you establish yourself and you're able to take that money and put it into something else, like that's very good. That's very, very good.
Yeah, I mean, he's on timeless albums and classic music.
Mm-hmm.
His voice will live forever.
That's what you want from your artist, though. You want your artist to come in and establish themselves, and also be able to be fruitful post their peak.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like, make
and
a great
the
living.
Dave Chappelle skits did a lot for Lil Jon too.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, definitely.
Did a whole lot for that nigga. He was even on that shit after a while. So shout out Lil Jon, man.
It was another group that I saw this yesterday. So Johnny Gill had hits, Bell Biv DeVoe had hits, Ralph Tresvant had hits, Bobby Brown had hits. They all made up New Edition. Not many groups can make the claim that their members all had success of this magnitude. And
On the solo Pavia.
Hell yeah. Well, like, what other R&B group when everybody like had individual hits and was, first of all, Johnny Gill getting added to that was like a cheat code.
That was a cheat code.
Johnny Gill by himself was a fucking monster.
He was that nigga. He was that nigga at one point.
Shout out to Johnny Gill, man.
All of them were that nigga at one point though. Like, we all know Bobby Brown was that guy. Johnny Gill was that guy. Ralph was that guy. Like,
Hey, you know what? Shout out, I want to give Ralph Tresvant some props, man, because he was very selfless when it came to New Edition, bro. He really was. Like, he did shit for the betterment of the group, and that shit don't really get talked about. Like, he gets highlighted, but it's like, Bobby
he could have been his own star.
Hell yeah.
Been his own, even when he
think
said
about everything that he was doing on the songs.
Yeah. Yeah. I think he spoke on that at one point. He was like, when Bobby came back, he was like, he was scared at one point. Like, he didn't think like, he would be who he was anymore.
That was around what, 95, 96?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you got to think them niggas. Yeah. This ain't like the late 80s.
Shit was changing.
Yeah, shit was changing. Mm-hmm. And then shout out, I even when you think about Bell Biv DeVoe, I remember my mom was telling me when they first came together, everybody was a little bit skeptical about like how they was gonna be, but that shit took off. I mean, they have a wedding song that's forever and that's gonna be stand the test of time.
That's a fact. Shout out BBD.
You see what I'm saying? Like, and then even like Michael Bivins on the business tip. And he even said himself, he like, bro, I already knew I wasn't like as talented as everybody else was.
He definitely a good businessman. Though.
Hell yeah, Mike was always killing on the business tip, bro. But
he also always stuck had his hands on other acts too while doing the New Edition thing and the BBD thing.
No, New Edition might be the blueprint
because he signed. He had Another Bad Creation. He had a few other acts too. I can't remember, but yeah, he always was managing other acts too. So he was always on the business side.
I want to bring up another group real quick, but I want to say on the New Edition. So, with Michael Bivins and just the whole clique, I think Mike was really like the glue for New Edition as far as like the business tip and keeping shit together. Cause you got to think when they had all that shit going on, Mike was really the one like holding that shit down, keeping that shit afloat.
Mm-hmm.
That shit I think they could have been broke up if it wasn't for him. That's just my perspective.
Yeah,
on the
Mike
whole
probably
shit.
was one like, yo, like this, we got all this shit at
We got a
stake,
gold
bro.
mine,
We got a
bro.
gold, like yeah, like let's just keep this shit going, like.
And I think when it came to success of individual, I think they're the blueprint.
Yeah, you can't argue that. That's a true statement, though. There's never been another group where it had individual successful artists and they were successful as a group too.
I think talent-wise, they could have individually been great, but they just didn't do it, Boys and Men. All of them could have sang.
I think Wanye was the only one that tried a solo thing in it.
I don't think Wanye had a solo career, did he?
I think he dropped some solos, like some singles. I don't think they was big singles though.
Yeah, but I mean, even when you look at certain groups, you always know it's that one who's gonna be like, all right. Like we look at Drew Hill, who could have been the two? I think it's only Cisco and what Big Dog name is.
I forgot Big Dog name. You think he was the one though? He was one of them?
He could have had a solo career for sure. For sure. He could have been Ruben Sutter before Ruben Sutter.
That's what I thought of when I first thought of like
real shit.
The OG Ruben.
Hell yeah. He was like really like the OG Ruben.
Yeah.
And shout out to Ruben, man. I don't know what he got going on now, but shout out to Dog. I ain't heard from him in a minute.
Ruben was supposed to be like on that next Gerald Levert type shit, man, but he ain't
shout out to Gerald Levert.
Yeah, R.I.P. Gerald Levert.
R.I.P. Gerald, man. He had some shit going on. I mean, he definitely had some hits moving, but I mean, they really put it on for the big dudes, man. They ain't really had to be out there, you know. Well, we gotta shout out the original OG of the big dudes, Barry White.
Yeah, Barry White, man.
Yeah,
that's the OG.
I remember I was watching a clip of his when he was talking about his process of making music.
Mm-hmm.
That nigga was a fucking monster in the studio, dog. That nigga was a monster in the studio. But shout out to Barry, man. He really set the path for them too. So, hey, man.
Is that the same clip when he was talking about producing the album for Marvin Gaye?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's crazy too.
So this had to have been like what, 76?
Yeah, because he said he was going to produce the album right before Marvin Gaye died. They talked about it. And he said, like, right after that, Marvin Gaye passed. That would have been a monumental album, probably. If Barry would have had bro on some other shit. Like,
so who would be the best big man vocalist of all time?
I love Barry, man, but I was more on that Gerald tip, man.
You think Gerald got him?
I don't think he got him. I just feel like me personally, I'm gonna listen to more Gerald over Barry. And I love Barry White, but I think I'm gonna pick Gerald. Gerald had the swag too, man. Gerald,
he did.
Gerald come through with the teddy bear chain on niggas. He was Coogie'd out. He was rocking Coogies and shit too. Like, you know, he a smooth nigga too. Like, he was talking that shit too, man. Like, you know, get up in your girl ear real quick. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's facts.
That's facts. Like,
That's facts.
You gotta think he got it from his pops.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, you know what I'm saying? He was coming through with the good game. So, you know, Barry had the game too now. I'm not taking that away from Gary, but I was listening to more Gerald, man.
I think I gotta put.
Then he had the LSG. It was the LSG wave too.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good group too. I like that group.
I gotta put him up there. I probably would. Matter of fact, Mo, you might be right. I might put Gerald Levert up there.
I gotta
Barry
go
White.
Gerald, man.
And if Dog from Drew Hill would have had a solo career, I would have put him up there too. But he was only within the group. I'm trying to think. Gotta be some other. Well, we already said Ruben.
Said Ruben already. That's it, really, man.
Yeah, that's it, really. Yeah, we ain't had Mo, man. Y'all probably gotta get y'all gotta get a somebody, man, to come back, man, and hold it down. Cause all y'all got is Rod Wave right now.
That's crazy. That is crazy. That's crazy. Hey, shit,
No
man.
shot at Broadway. I'm just saying, man.
Shit, man. Somebody write me an album, man. I'll go in there and get it done, man.
You got some vocals for that?
I'll get it done. You can make anybody sound like something. These
No, I was
days.
about to say, man, get in your AI
So,
bag.
you know, yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. I mean, shit, the Grammys thing is cool, so shit, why not?
What y'all think? What y'all think about that, man?
Hey, man, if the Grammys say it's cool and niggas been crying to get accepted from the Grammys all this time, so we gotta be cool.
So the
So I
Grammy
look
board
at
said
it.
they'll accept. Well, I feel like they gotta have their own category then.
Nah, you probably gonna blend it together.
I don't think you can lump that together.
I don't think so neither, but I mean,
Just have their own separate genre.
AI.
Hell yeah! Don't loop them in with the real
I
vocalists,
don't
bro.
think they're gonna do that. I don't think
Why
they're gonna
wouldn't
do
they?
that. Because why would they though? If they
Because
are,
it's AI generated.
I agree with you. I'm saying I agree with you, but I'm just going off what I seen how the Grammys, the Academy carry on. I don't think they would.
All right,
do
so
that.
let's say, for example, you have an AI generated singer, right?
or a portion of a song was
Yeah,
AI
okay.
generated.
And they sound like Summer Walker,
Mm-hmm.
and they're getting nominated with Summer Walker.
Mm-hmm.
She don't win, but the AI generated wins.
So the Academy, they accepting AI vocals, they accepting AI writing, and they accepting AI like composition and shit.
Mm-hmm.
They accepting all that.
Mm-hmm.
So we can very well get to a point where, like, you know, because I think they do like songwriting awards too. They can very well give it to AI, like some AI shit.
But I don't think you can lump them together.
I agree, but I mean, who's to say that they don't? That's all I'm saying.
You talking about right now?
I mean, for what, Grammys coming in February, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who's to say that they don't lump all that shit together in
If
February?
they do, I'm saying they shouldn't do it.
Yeah, I agree with you. Now, I don't think they should, but from going off what I seen how the Academy carry on, I wouldn't be surprised if they do. I'm just saying I wouldn't be surprised.
I don't know, man. I feel like you treading in.
That's
Because then
some,
everything will be open though.
it's choppy waters.
You're not separating the art itself. You get what I'm saying?
I think this kind of ties in with the whole like writer strike shit too, because that plays a part in all of this shit. They trying to unify all of this shit, man.
Well, then don't award the AI the shit. Just award the writer.
I think that's what they trying to make it seem like. They're trying to justify the pay wages and shit like that. Like, I think in a way, this might be a theory of mine, a conspiracy of mine. I think that's how they're trying to make it okay to give these cheap royalties or these low paying royalties to the actors, low paying stream payouts to the artists. Like, shit, we can get computers to do this shit, and in a way, it kind of ties in.
All right, you got me. You got some more on that? Because I'm trying to think of how that can work.
Why would we up the stream payouts from fractions of a penny when we can just have a program that we just buy out and that makes music that we can just get all the money off the streams ourselves?
So automation taking over in the music industry.
They can automate music, like, you know what I'm saying? Basically, like,
automation taking over everything in the world.
we might get to that point. I mean, it's a conspiracy. I could be wrong, but
Record label saving money by not signing artists.
In the headache. We don't even got to break down the payments no more.
I don't got to call you and ask you why you late for this and this and that and third.
We don't got to hear y'all crying about receiving a fraction of a penny. Now y'all not getting shit. We just pay this computer.
Damn, Mo. I don't know. That's nasty though.
That's real nasty. Nasty as hell.
With time frame, I still feel like you gotta have that that person experience though. They gotta be some type of line with this shit though.
Yeah, I mean, because
what about concerts then?
We bring soul to shit.
That's what I'm saying. What about concerts and shit?
I mean, shit. I don't know, man. Because on one end, I just seen Gunna have a whole 19,000 person crowd under control.
Matters.
That matters. So I mean, what y'all gonna have holograms of the people or something? Like, who knows, man?
We seen the first hologram 11 years ago.
Damn, that was 11 years ago. Tupac. Yeah, I mean,
they still got them too. They still got the hologram concerts. I feel like
they still do it.
I feel like they just have rotated to more of like the meta world.
Oh, for real?
Mm-hmm. Because like they have concerts all the time in the metaverse.
Yeah, you had told us that.
Yeah. So but it's literally a hologram.
Shit, you go to basketball games in the metaverse.
But but it's live.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know how it seems like it's just I don't know. That shit's a little different, but I'm ready for them to put the NFL into the fucking metaverse.
Yeah.
Now, that's just gonna be next level. But I think it's in preparations now, just to see the camera angles, how you start to see certain shit with when they playing around with this camera and stuff. They're gonna have a VR camera soon.
Right.
So if artists, I think they'll start getting to the point where it would come reverse again. And what I mean by that is the artist begging for deals.
Mm-hmm.
Because, you know, it's like how now the labels, they go out there and they find this shit because the artists are somewhat self-efficient due to social media. Like, if you get it popping on social media, the record labels are seeking you out. So if you get to the point where they start AI generating a lot of shit, then what we really doing?
Be doing nothing.
I mean, the soul component has to matter, though.
Mm-hmm.
That's my biggest thing. The soul component has to matter. Actually knowing the artist has to matter. Actually seeing the artist perform has to matter.
Because who are the people relating to? Are we getting to a point where people just not relating to people no more when it comes to music? Like, I think
that aspect, Mo, I think has been transitioning way before 2023.
As far as like what the relatability in the music itself?
Because like you said, if they can AI generate that, they can AI generate relatability.
I don't know, because that still required us like the soul aspect though. I gotta feel you as a person to fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
let's say hypothetically speaking, they put a song out that you relate to, but you don't know that shit.
You don't know it's AI.
generated.
Yeah.
You get what
I
I'm
don't
saying?
know, bro. That's nasty though. That's nasty.
No, facts.
Nah, you right.
It's like finding out your favorite celebrity is a piece of shit. Like that shit not real.
Yeah.
We done seen episodes of that on shows, movies, all type of shit. You finally find out somebody ain't really who they are.
Like Buddy from that 70s show.
Ashton Kutcher.
No. Well, he's under fire, but the guy who always
The other guy who just got sentenced.
Yeah, he got sentenced to
Dave something, Mortensen or some shit like that. Yeah.
What happened with
piece
him?
of shit.
He just got sentenced to 30 years to life for 2 rape cases.
Woo!
And Mila Kunis and Ashton Kutcher was under fire for doing statement letters for him.
Mm-hmm. Character witness
letters. And they was like
What's a character witness letter?
like how you like, yo, this is a good person.
Oh, okay. Same thing Mario did for Tory Lanez.
So
okay.
they was like they was putting Ashton Kutcher under fire because like you do all this sex trafficking advocacy and all this other shit, but you defending the rapist.
30 to life. Fuck him.
I didn't know Mario did a letter for Tory. He didn't get no.
Iggy Azalea. Yeah,
Iggy got more fire than Mario.
No, Mario got fired. He did.
He did.
Yeah,
I didn't see it. I didn't see it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they on Ashton Kutcher head, and he just dropped a video the other day, like basically apologizing for that shit or whatnot.
No.
Yeah, it was
honestly, bad. It was bad.
It honestly sound AI generated. The script of what they was reading.
For real?
Yeah.
I didn't watch it. I just saw. I was like, damn.
I saw it. I had a hell of a night. So I saw it like early this morning when I was like, bro, this shit is cringe. This shit cringe.
No, that shit did look crazy. I was like, dog, why y'all dropping an apology video? Like y'all kind of established y'all stance. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's y'all mans. Y'all grew up with them or whatever. And y'all felt like y'all needed to do that, blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
Even Wilmer, the Hispanic dude that was on the EP, he had some shit going on a couple years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Like some like harassment type shit.
Mm-hmm.
So like they was talking about that whole cast. Like the only dude that wasn't a fuck up was I forgot bruh name that was on the show. But they was like he was the only good one basically out of the kids. Like yeah.
But they was also saying like Ashton Kutcher when he got caught up in that situation of like when he came to that girl's house who was like dead in the house or some shit, and the nigga touched the doorknob or something, like he told the police and all that stuff. It was a manner of like he was talking to the guy, like he called the guy at that time to say like, hey man, this is what's going on, like this shit crazy as hell. And one of the women that it was because there was 3 allegation cases, only 2 of them was found guilty. See what I'm saying? So the lady of the third lady, I think, used to be his girlfriend or something like that. But she was like, yeah, I was there when he called during that night. So it's like some shit going on with Ashton Kutcher too. But I mean,
with that same case where daughter just got convicted, or this is separate?
he called him. Ashton Kutcher called him.
Oh,
during that whole scenario, and she was dealing with him at the time. So she's just saying like, y'all full of shit for even being the character witness for this man.
Y'all got something to do with this shit.
No, not even nothing to do with it, but your shit ain't clean yourself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
Yeah. So
like I always say, you never know
who these celebrities really are.
So Mo, like your point about the relatability thing, they might not give a fuck about that, to be real.
Oh, they don't give a fuck. Cause why they even trying to do all this shit in the first place?
I mean, they study us already.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna take this back to they clone Tyrone. The music industry already do shit like that. They study what people are into. They study what moves people, what they got going on, what drugs people on, what clothes they wearing, how they look at certain shit. They can generate all that into lyrics, put it out there, and then people are like, damn, like I really fuck with this shit. So you never know, bro. You never know. But if the Grammy board is saying, hey, it's a go, I'm interested to see how that shit play out in the next 5 years. I tell you that.
Yeah. Gonna be interesting.
Yeah, definitely. So there was this Kendrick Lamar diss that leaked recently from dating back, I want to say 2015, 16-ish.
That shit's so old, bro.
Yeah, it was around that time. So I want to play a little bit of it. I'm gonna not play because it was very interesting to see, and this is around the Control time. So this is probably what 2 years after Control, because Control was what 2013. This was around that Untitled album around there. Element.
That was 2014, 2015.
Yeah. So I wanna play this real quick.
Very cynical, try hating something I don't approve. J Electronica through silences on my Grammy night. Another dead prophet, hoping the God to give him life. Big Sean keep sneak this and I let it slide. I think it's false confidence got him inspired. I can't make them respect you, baby, it's not my job. You're finally famous for who you date, not how you rhyme. Cute ass rap, get your puberty up. They make you a classic album before you come at us. Drake and McMill beef might got you gassed up. But now I'm a whole nother beast, I really fuck you up. I wish a nigga would. I wish a nigga would.
So that's a little bit of it, man. So
that shit so old. I remember when that shit leaked like back then.
But a lot of people don't notice, and that's why I was like, bro, you remember this? And I had to get refreshed. I don't remember hearing this back then.
I remember that shit, bro, because they leaked. That shit leaked like a year after he even made it. Like
I'm glad he didn't put that out.
I mean, you can hear that don't even sound like something he would put out. It just sound like he was just in the studio throwing some shit around probably was gonna come back and tighten it up. Like I don't think that's why it never came out. Like we're hearing it as a leak.
So of course the conversation came back up. Of course, Big Sean and Kendrick. So do we think that if that was to happen, Big Sean would get in the ring?
No, he was scared back then.
You think he was scared?
Man, he didn't want to do that shit back then, bro. He would have did it back then.
I mean, that was some hefty bars right there. I'm not gonna lie, it was some bars, but overall, I don't think that shit was really hitting like that. But if it would have dropped at that time, I definitely think you would have got some responses like we did from Control. Drake definitely would have responded. Meek
probably wouldn't have given that shit no.
You don't think so? He might have threw him a little bar.
He might have threw him a little something, but I don't think we would. I don't think he would have went head first.
But consensus wise, everybody been begging Big Sean to respond to Kendrick, but everybody feel like he wouldn't do it because he can't rap with him. And I've been one of the ones that defend Big Sean. Like, hey, bro, like I think if Sean wants to, he can get in the ring with him, man. I don't think it's somebody he should be scared of now. Because Sean hasn't been responded, people are warranted to say, all right, this nigga probably don't want to rap with this nigga. And that continues to push to the narrative of why he's not in that group. Because he won't rap with the nigga.
I feel like that. You can't advocate for yourself to be in a certain tier, and niggas is basically trying to give you the pass to get into that tier. If he gets into the ring with Kendrick and he makes it respectable, you have to respect him in that tier, like overall. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Even if you just make it respectable. Because he did it, you know what I'm saying? But he didn't do it. He just didn't do it. It's this the reason why we look at Drake as a loser with Pusha T. You started the shit. You got what you looking for, and then you didn't respond.
So you feel like Sean wouldn't want to he wouldn't want to come with a second track.
Shit, he didn't want to come with a first track. So it's like, what was this all for?
I think essentially it's something I would have loved to see, but I can't keep defending Big Sean because I don't have no legs to stand on.
Right.
All I can say is I feel like he can rap with the. Like, do you feel like he can honestly rap with this nigga?
Big Sean can rap with Kendrick?
Yeah. If they was to do like some little back, I mean, we know Drake and Kendrick can rap with each other. We done heard their little subs back and forth. But Sean is always a wild card in these conversations.
I don't think so. That's why I said.
You don't think Sean can rap with Kendrick?
That's why I say if he just made it respectable. I mean, I'm just being honest with you, bro. Like, when it comes to like sparring and shit like that, I never looked at like Big Sean as like one of them guys like to be throwing like, you know. Cause who has he done it with?
Nobody.
That's what I'm saying. Like he
a cool rapper.
He a cool nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's what it is. Like he never gave us that.
And of course in the media, like everybody's been kind of like pushing for it, like, but everybody keeps saying Sean don't want to smoke with nobody. Sean don't want to smoke with nobody. Like when pushing Wayne and Drake was doing their thing, he was quiet.
He was not in that at all. He was not in that at all. He didn't
Control verse drop. You know, even though it was his song, he didn't respond to that. So it continues to push the narrative. Like, I mean, Sean, I be wanting you to get in the ring, bro.
I feel like he's let that narrative dictate a lot, and I feel like
that's why people don't put him in that tier.
Yeah, because if you're, like I said,
I'm 100% Cole would get in the ring.
If you're pushing for yourself to be a part of a certain tier. And
you gotta put yourself in some of these bouts. You gotta
put yourself in some of these bouts. You just have to. Like, it's unescapable. Like, you just have to. Because how else do you show that you rank with these guys? How else are you gonna show us?
By doing songs with them.
By doing songs with them, and then okay, that I'll give you that. But what happens when you're not doing songs with these guys, and now these guys are calling you out on wax? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just. It's either one way or the other way.
Give us a freestyle or something. Something. Give me a freestyle or something.
But
see Cole will do shit like that.
Cole will do shit like that.
And we done heard Cole on records with both of these niggas, and he definitely
holds his own all the time. It's never been something we're not gonna look at a song that's about to come out and say Kendrick and Cole or Cole and Drake, and we'll be like, oh, I don't know about Cole on this song.
That's why we dub him the big three.
That's why we dub him the big three. Like, that's just what it is. The OGs respect Cole.
They definitely do. Yeah,
I just saw some shit where Big Daddy Kane was like, he feel like Cole's the greatest rapper right now. That's how he feel. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
could be.
He feel like out of all of the guys right now, he has a lot of respect for J. Cole. So it's like, you know, I don't know, people. When I always go into this, bro. When you advocating yourself to be a part of a certain class, certain tier, it's certain things that you just have to do.
I always go back to when Joe Budden TV, when him and Drake was talking on the side of the road, like at night in New York, and he was telling me, it's like, bro, you know you're gonna have to battle one of these niggas one day. He's like, nah, man. He's like, no, bro, like
that's what this happens.
He's like, you're gonna have to battle somebody.
This is rap, bro. Somebody
gonna dish you. You have to get on.
You have to pull a sword out.
And Drake was just like, nah, man, and that's what done had to happen. So with Sean, it's
a few times.
I think it's part of the game sometimes.
It is the game, bro.
I think the only rapper, superstar wise, who really wasn't in no serious battle would have to be Wayne. Even at Wayne's peaking, nobody really. I think niggas didn't really want to spar with him like that because we know what he was capable of. But like,
he had no serious beefs.
He never had no serious beefs.
He had no serious.
Wayne ain't had no serious. Everybody else, Hove, Nas, T.I. Yeah, Wayne was really like the only one who didn't really have like that.
I feel like with Wayne, like you say, like niggas saw Wayne.
They were scared. They were scared.
They didn't want to fuck with that man.
They didn't want to
fuck with that man. Yeah, man. I just feel like overall, man, like Big Sean just let that narrative dictate a lot of shit when it comes to his standing with this shit.
And then even looking at his pull up when he talked to Joe, because he told us like, man, you was one of the ones who's pushing that narrative about like me and Sean having beef. I mean, me and Kendrick having beef outside of music. He never was like that. But I don't think Joe was speaking to it like that. Joe was he's mainly speaking to the sport. Yeah. So it's like, bro, like, nigga, get in the ring, nigga. We want to see y'all like go at it. Like, who who can get some bars off because, like you said, we heard Cole on these records. Looking for Trouble, prime example. He had the last verse, killing.
Kill niggas. He cleaned it up.
We got Cole on Jodeci Freestyle with Drake, killing. So it's like
there's when you listen to Jodeci Freestyle, you don't say one nigga watch the other nigga.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
And Drake had 2 verses.
Exactly. To Cole's one verse.
To Cole's one, yeah.
So it's like, you know.
Yeah. No, you right. So it's like I guess we do kind of want them little.
But I feel like even now is
because what's Sean's best verse ever?
Sean's best verse ever. That's a tough question. It had to probably be something on. Damn, that's a good question. That's a good. What would you say?
Maybe I don't know.
Something a Good Friday release or something.
Maybe Click.
That can't be his best verse, bro. When you think of Big Sean in totality, Click was his best verse.
Nah, maybe I don't know, man. I gotta.
That would be. That's what I'm saying. Now we looking at Sean now. Like,
Big Sean best, because I know his best album is, but his best verse, it would have to be something in between that time frame, though. It would have to be like him just spazzing. I don't know, bruh. It had to be something on a Good Friday release or something.
That's what I said. It had to be something.
Maybe Looking for Trouble.
I mean, you probably have to, you could say that.
But Cole got him on that. But that might be, I don't know, that might be his best one. That's a good fucking question because now I got to really think about that shit.
Are we too far gone in just Big Sean's career for him to change that narrative?
Oh, yes. No. He would have to go on a run, though.
He got to go on an onslaught run.
Yeah, just get on the record. I'm talking about no hook. Put some of them tracks out there like Drake be doing, bruh.
I thought he was doing that at one point, though. Remember when he dropped that freestyle that had sampled the Hovey Baby shit? Like the second verse was the beat switched up and it was like on that. Cause we was listening to us like, oh, this nigga kind of walking on this shit. Like we thought we was kind of going to get more of that from him. That was like what 2020 or 2019.
You might be right, bro.
But it just he wasn't consistent with that.
I don't know. I have
you know
no
what song
idea.
I'm talking about? Because you sent it to us, and I was like, yo, this nigga
did?
You sent it to me and Marcus. We would listen to it. Like, oh, this nigga is snapping on this shit. We need more of this from him. I remember that being the consensus. Like, we needed more of that from him.
It's tough, man. It's tough. Because now you got me thinking. It's like, I don't think it's too far gone in his career, but he would really have to just put a little
He got to go on a run.
out.
He got to go on a run. He just got to
put some shit out. You just rapping. Just getting off. Because I feel like that's the only way. I ain't necessarily say you got to throw heavy bars at niggas, but niggas will know if you saying something about somebody. Niggas will know. Like, we'll know. But, I mean, to dead that narrative, I mean, because I'm Looking for Trouble might be his best verse. I ain't gonna play Big Sean like that. No, hell no. He was just playing around on that. I was thinking about Mercy, but I was like,
nah, man. That's what I'm saying. Like,
the
nah.
Jews start laughing. No. Sean got some shit, man, but he don't really got like no standout
shit. Like,
because even when Cole dropped the when he was rapping over what's the Nas song, man? Was it Uche Wally? When Cole was rapping over that shit? Let me see, man. I definitely got that shit. So I asked somebody said All Me.
Nah, hell nah.
Hell no.
Hell nah, man. All Me his best verse? Nah.
Hell no.
Nah. Mm-mm.
I don't know, man. It's tough. I can't really think of Sean's best verse.
We'd have to add
with the album of the year freestyle by Cole when he's rapping over this.
Yeah. My mind state for like the crime in the summertime.
This. So Cole, like if Sean was to do some shit like that, do something like that. I don't know. But we all know when he get in that bag, You can't play with him. We can't really say that about Sean. But Kendrick, I would love for it to happen, but probably not, man. Probably not.
I don't know, man. I don't know, man. It seemed like a lot. It seemed like when you look at that whole class, I don't know. I mean, it seemed like niggas is trying. I don't know what they really doing like as a whole. Like we know what Drake doing. We know Cole.
He kind of chilling.
Cole kind of chilling. Kendrick, we don't know what Kendrick got coming. Like, you know what I'm saying? We just don't know. And then, like, you know,
shit off the Mr. Morale and Big Steppers, he definitely might chill now. And they got a Grammy off that shit.
Yeah, immediately. I don't know, man. I hope we get some more music from Kendrick soon, though. I just think it was interesting that people was harping on that leak. That leak old as hell. I remember, like,
yeah, but you gotta think, Mo. A lot of people didn't hear that shit.
You know, you're right. Yeah. I'm just saying, like, I was like, damn, like people just not hearing this shit. Like,
yeah, I remember because it was around that Untitled album. A lot of people forget about that album. That album came like around 2015, 16, somewhere around there. That was right after To Pimp a Butterfly, around that time frame. So, hey, niggas better get tighten up, man. Tighten up. But Sean ain't gonna do nothing, man. Sean just chilling, man. He never wanted to spar with niggas like that.
And to his credit, like that's kind of his fault. Like we just got to be real. Like that's just his fault. You know, like I said, like this shit here, like when you talk about like that tier of artists, like we look at them as like
he in the Wale class.
We kind of got to put him there, and
Wale,
you got to think,
Meek Mill.
And you got to think, Wale had aspirations of being in that tier. You know what I'm saying? Like that was Wale's plight.
Shit, that might have to be his first checkpoint.
That was
battle him.
That was that's cool. And Wale has seemingly like, you know, I'm cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
I think Wale will get him though.
Wale will get Big Sean.
Oh, yeah. Because Wale real witty with the wordplay.
No, he is.
But he probably wouldn't do it neither though.
So you would say Wale, Sean, Meek. That's their tier, and that's like what under the big three or like is it like a tier?
It's not a tier before them two. No,
all right.
Before them three. They would be the next tier, as far as that class.
You know, that's what we should do. We should make like a modern rap tier, like a realistic tier.
I would be ass with my tiers. I tell you that right now.
I mean, we just did 2 of them though.
I'm talking about for this era. You talking about for this era though?
Because it would basically be combining all of them. Because there's no current rapper that's in either one of those tiers right now, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I mean, I had to go look at some shit though. I had to go look at nah. When I look at those 2 tiers, because even if you look at Meek tier, Meek, Sean, and Wale, just off Meek alone, Meek is still highly admired. Like a lot of the new rappers look up to Meek. You know what I'm saying? Like he's still got like that tag of like the voice. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's a lot of influence. That's a lot of impact. You know what I'm saying? It's not big 3 tier, but it's still highly influential. You know what I'm saying? So like I can't put too much more people in that tier if anybody else. So like you'd have to start a whole new tier under that. But yeah, we should work on that though. I think that would be interesting though.
Yeah,
That'd be interesting.
Let's put that together.
Yeah,
because it's tough sledding for this era, man. Because the shit it's bad right now. So that's what I'm saying. Like for me, it would kind of be tough. Bro.
Is music really bad right now?
Oh yes.
What you think about
rap music? Yeah.
What you think about that Bongos track?
Middleton.
Why did Meg pick that as her comeback song?
Because it's easy.
She took the easy way out.
Her and Cardi last track was.
Just saying WAP though. Just saying WAP.
Yeah, but they're trying to recreate that. That's the thing. Like,
yeah,
me and you know that, but it's like, you know, I feel like a lot of people are gonna come back with something safe, especially when she's been quiet for this long. So I think that's why she went this route, because it was safe.
Because before that, all she did the Traumas album or something like that.
Traumazine, yeah.
Traumazine. That was what 2021.
2022 maybe. It was definitely way before that trial in December, because the trial was December 2022. So it might have released earlier.
Early 2022.
So I don't know. Still no number 1 rap song. This has been a continuous theme for the pod this year. as far as when we discussing music, and we're tapping into October. We about to be in October.
We ain't had number one track yet.
Nope.
Wait, ain't
A rap song still hasn't been number one this year, bro.
Then Gunna go number one?
No. Mm-mm.
I got Gunna album of the year so far though. Honestly, I think Gunna might got the best rap album this year.
I don't want to be that guy, but it's kind of like by default.
By default, I mean, shit.
What is he up against?
Supposed to be Travis Scott.
No.
Travis Scott not rap.
He is, but that album is not. I see what niggas are trying to do with that album, but no.
I mean, it shit sold a shit ton of records.
It has, but I don't think it's gonna stand the test of time like Astro World.
I think
I'm still listening to Astro World.
I think more so the thing with Travis.
But it's a good album though. It's a good album.
I think more so with this album is more so people were just excited to see Travis back.
Yeah. Especially off the heels of what he had going on.
Yeah.
But I mean, Gunna getting it this year. I mean, what are
That's
you
a
up
good
against?
album. The Gunna album good
It's
though.
good, but what are we up against this year?
A lot of sampling.
In the grand scheme, rap music has not been what it's supposed to be this year, bro. I'm interested to see who gonna be rap artist of the year by Complex. You know, they do it year by year. It's gonna be a down fucking year, man. Like niggas ain't really gonna highlight nothing from this year. This is gonna be a forgetful year in 5 years. Facts. Especially if rap gets better, niggas gonna forget about 2023. Niggas ain't gonna be talking about this year.
I think people gonna talk. We still got Drake coming this year. That's gonna be under heavy scrutiny just because of what we've been getting this year.
Facts.
So it's like he gotta have a great album. There's a lot of person. I think that's a point that people even wasn't speaking to too. This for the dogs.
They kind of quote unquote look for him to save rap this year.
That's what I'm about to say. That's what I'm about to say. He has to save rap by default. But I feel like, you know,
I mean, for rap expectations, yeah. I mean, as a Drake fan, I wouldn't say for me he has pressure. Because you got to think, we just talked about it, like that group of guys, they're trending into that other side.
Yeah.
These niggas ain't in their peak no more. Age-wise. Now, they still rapping at a peak level. All three of them are still rapping at a peak level. I would never say they're not. But it's not like this is, you know, Nothing Was the Same time frame. Good Kid, Mad City time frame. To Pimp a Butterfly time frame. Damn time frame. Like, you know, we're in that time frame. I think we're just, because rap is where it's at, we're seeking for these guys to be like, damn, bro, give us something.
Yeah. I mean, I guess that's just what it is.
Now, from
right
that perspective, yeah, like if you're gonna be the one to come out in 2023, give us some good shit.
Yeah. Just based off what we've been getting.
Exactly. Yeah. So I definitely agree with you.
But I feel like even if Drake wasn't dropping this year, I'd give it to Gunna though. But like you say, like, what is he up against? Because I mean,
it's been ass.
Ain't nobody really been coming.
That Coil
like
Ray
that,
track
man.
and Busta Rhymes track was ass.
I'm listening to that more than Cardi song though.
That shit ass though.
It's better than Cardi shit.
That shit ass.
Is
it Cardi's record or is it Meg's record?
That's Cardi's song.
It's Cardi's
featuring
song.
Meg.
Okay.
And
Also, they basically did a favor for each other type shit.
Yeah, and that Busta Rhymes, that's Busta Rhymes featuring Coil.
Oh, it's Busta featuring.
That's Busta's song.
He's better than that.
Hey man, Busta.
So now I gotta hold him accountable.
Busta gave us that long speech about embracing what's going on in the moment.
It's a difference
though,
between but do it with some due diligence though.
So he shouldn't have did that sample because that song was a sample at first.
Do the song better. Do the song better, bro. Like, don't be lazy with shit like that. That's all I'm saying, bro. Don't be lazy with that. You Busta Rhymes for a reason. You're capable of better. I'm sorry. Get that shit out of here.
I'm crying. Well, Buju has a great album.
You gotta send me that. I meant to tell you that last week. You
That
gotta
shit,
send me that.
that shit is a fucking great album.
Oh, your mans didn't really sell that well neither.
That's not my man's. But you talking about Burner Boy? Yeah, I saw. 20.
21.
Yeah. It's tough out here, man.
21 physical sales. That's what he did.
It's
21,000.
tough out here, man.
I'm pretty sure they're gonna run something about his streaming numbers being astronomical probably soon, like they do with all the artists.
See, I'm starting paying attention to that because it's not like, no, these are actually streaming numbers. Like, niggas is not going out there and buying the shit. They're not making that. We talking about when they actually go to the store, on the app, on the stream store, and actually buy these shits.
Yeah.
See, Travis Scott, regardless, he's gonna sell.
Yeah.
Uzi, when they drop, they're gonna sell. So Like some of these guys are really out here like not really living up to what their
But see,
status is.
They put Burna Boy on that type of wave, like he can move those units based off what he was doing over where he from.
But
Wasn't he selling those type of units over in Africa though?
He was doing 100 something over there. Was he?
He can.
I know.
I don't know his exact numbers, Mike. If you can look it up, but I mean, I think it's more. I think Burna Boy he did it to himself. You know what I mean? He went outside the music and started just talking shit. You know what I'm saying? Saying like he don't need certain things and doesn't need, to get on through. But ultimately, I just think he shouldn't have been talking shit. I don't know. I mean, what was his numbers? Did you pull them up?
So on his first album, this is 2013. So I don't know how far you want me to go back. So he sold his album was released in Nigeria and reportedly sold 40,000 copies on his first day of release. The marketing for the album were later sold to UBA Pacifica. Let me see. Let me keep going. So outside 2018, he sold. I can't see the sales for that one. So let me go to Love the Mini. So that one was released 2022. I actually listened to that album. It was pretty good. Let me see the charts. Yeah, I ain't really seeing the sales for that one, but I don't know, man. I don't know.
So the album in 2013, that was when he was strictly like over in Nigeria.
Yeah.
So he started his career 2013, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so he went from. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't know the whole tale because I don't know his other sales. But he's marketed as like a global sensation, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, so would it be safe to say that he's more marketable for his personality than the music? Would that be like a safe assumption? Because I'm not really that versed on. That's why I was asking.
Well, I think people just are enjoying Afro beats.
Right.
So,
that's the wave right now.
Yeah. So I think it's more so of it just when it popped over here.
He was at the face of it.
He was of the face. I mean, it's been a lot of great songs. There's a lot of great artists in the game of Afro beats, but I feel like because he was doing so many mixing up of music and tapping onto so many other songs, that's why he's unable to own so much of his get the money from so much songs because
he don't own most of those songs.
You see what I'm saying? Because he was hopping on so many beats.
The sample shit. So because when I think of Afro beats, I think of him, DeVito, WizKid. Would you put Tim's in there?
No,
Tim's her own. She owns some.
Yeah, she wouldn't be considered Afrobeat. I think that would be more R&B reggae.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's more on that.
I would say it would be more R&B though.
So those three would be Afro beats, like
I would say
the faces of it?
For the United States, yes.
For United States at least. Okay. That's
for
fair.
relatable faces when you think of Afro beats, those are two good names. Just three good names to say.
Okay.
So just looking at this site right here, Burna Boy's albums ranked by sales. So number one is African Giant 2019, 190,000. And then Love the Mini was 130,000. Then they got it broken down by country. So Canada, he sold 80,000. Denmark 10. United Kingdom 160. I'm not seeing nothing for United States though. So,
but this new one's dropped like what 20K?
This new one dropped 24K in its first week.
Mm-hmm.
So from 2019,
this is 7th album.
So 2019 was like his peak, basically, like as far as sales.
Like. Mm-hmm.
I mean, it looked like he just leveled out, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, again, I feel like, and that's right around the time people started paying attention to what he was saying. Like, but also coming off of the heels with that 21 shit, and I think that shit just kind of rubbed him the wrong way.
What about 21?
When 21 was just like he was never working with like another, like global artist or international artist, some shit like that. Because I guess
said that?
Yeah, because off of the sales. Or the streams of the song when they dropped the song. He
got a song 21?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Top of the world.
I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. You never heard that song? That shit's on like everybody's damn
Yeah,
TikToks.
the sample with Brandy,
Yeah.
Brandy and Mace.
21 Savage on that song?
Yeah.
I didn't know. I didn't know. I'm only used to hearing it like on social media clips. They're not playing the 21 Savage part. That's why I'm not. You know.
Because it's mid, nigga. Let me stop, man. But yeah, man. He's definitely on there. And he felt some type of way. So I think that kind of triggered Burna Boy to be talking kind of crazy. But I mean, 21,000 in your first week kind of speaks different volumes.
Yeah, that's kind of wild to me.
Yeah.
Because you don't go from 100,000 first weeks or just 100,000 overall physical sales to 21,000. That's like how we talked about the baby fall off. Like, that's a fall off. So it's like, I don't know. Like,
Because niggas are tired of the samples. And that's just what it is. That's what it's starting to sound like to me. That's just
I'd say that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, hey, we'll see, man. We'll see what the rest of this year got into. I mean, we tapping into the fourth quarter, so I mean, artists, like you said, man, get your shit together. So, one of the big news this week, Diddy has agreed to sell, to get back his publishing rights to all the artists. So Sean Diddy Combs reassigned his publishing rights back to all artists and songwriters who helped build the label he founded, Bad Boy Entertainment. Mace, Faith Evans, The Lox 112, and the State of Notorious B.I.G. are among creatives who have already signed agreements to regain those rights. A Bad Boy representative declined to disclose the terms of those deals. However, sources with knowledge of the situation say the process of reaching out to the artists and writers began in May of 2021, after Combs had turned down various offers to sell the catalog. While most of the parties have been contacted and have signed their offers, the search to locate and resolve agreements with a few others is still ongoing. Publishing on behalf of Bad Boy in past years have been administered by EMI, which is owned by Sony Music Publishing, Sony Corporation of America, and EMI continues to administer Combs' own publishing. That's basically the basics of that. So we definitely seen some of the reaction to this news. So what y'all think about it?
Just from hearing what I hear and how it was broken down, I don't think the money is there overall from a grand scheme, how it was. Because even like you said, like he turned down some offers to sell it. I don't think the number was there for him that he wanted to. So rather than just keep holding it, he just gave everybody their shit back. Because we know if the number was right, Diddy would have sold the catalog. So from that just tells me that the number probably wasn't what he was expecting. That's how I look at it. Just from seeing how I've seen some of the other artists like talk about it, and just from being more versed in that realm, from publishing and shit like that, the money just wasn't there for Diddy to continue to sell the catalog. So he probably just gave everybody their shit back.
Well, my opinion, I'm glad that he finally gave the shit back. Because I feel like us as a culture, this is a conversation we've always revisited in terms of, him speaking out against, how we need to maneuver in the culture, looking out for each other, and everybody been like, well, you got some shady business dealings with your artists, former artists, and, you got to make that right. And for him to finally do it, I mean, I ain't really going to try to find no holes in it. I'm going to just salute him for it. A couple years ago, Mace said that he offered him $2 million for it and he didn't want it. You see what I'm saying? So, if these Faith Evans and the Lox and Mace all agreed to get their shit back, I mean, salute to them and salute to Diddy for actually doing it. I mean, I feel like it's something, of course, legally, it's not something that he had to do. So, and there's something that they can eat off. Every artist, they're going to eat off their music differently because each artist has a different type of value as far as what their music did. I'm pretty sure Mace will eat good off of his catalog. Faith will eat good. La Lox will eat good. We don't really got to say Biggie. So their estate, they'll be good. Other artists, it may be lower. So I watched Mark Curry's interview on Gully TV in full because I know he was one of the ones who really spoke out against it. So what I took from it was when I was listening to it, it seemed like he pretty much had like, I wouldn't say a gripe, but it sounded like he was just like a little bit bitter to me, just in terms of what his catalog represented as far as value. Because you can't convince me that everybody shit worth $300, $400. Like, you tell me that Lil Kim shit worth $300, I wouldn't believe it. I wouldn't know, and we don't know the terms. But Mark Curry, just outside of, you know, his perspective, artist-wise, he's not going to carry the same weight as some of the other ones on there. That's just my opinion. Now, whatever him and Diddy talked about a couple years ago, that's between them. I really don't know. But I can't imagine Mace shit being worth some $300-$400. I can't see that. I can't see that at all. Now, if that's something that should have been handled a couple years ago, then I'll give him that. Like, at a time, boom, they should have did that. Because when I was listening to it, they really was only speaking to the Bad Boys for Life record. They spoke to shit that he wrote, that he was writing, like verses that he wrote for Diddy, and like shit that he used on other shit too. Yeah. So in terms of, because did Mark ever drop an album under Bad Boy? It didn't get to that point. Like, okay, he didn't get to, but he said he did a shit ton of writing for Diddy and other artists on Bad Boy at the time, as well as, you know, just the Bad Boys for Life thing. My whole thing is, like, I was looking at it from a grand scheme type of thing. So, like, I get what he's saying as far as, so if his shit not as valuable as it was 10 years ago, I know Locke shit not as valuable as it was 10 years ago. Not saying that they can't eat off of it, but they could have had bigger paydays when they wanted their shit back. You know what I'm saying? That's how I'm looking at it. Like, yeah, they might can eat off of it. We don't, but at the same time, we don't even know exactly what they're gonna get paid from this shit. Like, we just don't. That's what I'm saying, and it depends on the artist. So like, I don't hold Mark Curry and the Locks in the same value tier. No, I'm not. I was never doing that. But what I'm saying is nobody's gonna get they true payouts from this shit, because a lot of the equity already been pulled from those songs. I think that shit fluctuates over time with music. I mean, because it's like, what licensing is those songs getting right now though? That's the thing, we don't know, because everything is not going to be publicized. That's what I'm saying. Well, I'm pretty sure like somebody gonna speak on it. Like, we know Biggie's records. We don't know what Biggie's records are always on. We know his music stands the test of time. That's all I'm saying. So like, all right, so those songs might have been pulling in more money 10 years ago when niggas actually wanted their shit back as to now. So of course the payouts are going to be drastically different. That's all I was saying. So in this grand scheme, nobody getting what they supposed to be getting, because a lot of equity done been pulled from those songs. All About the Benjamins, though, that was used in movies 15, 20 years ago. But it still can be used again. That's the thing. But they might not call this nigga for use Bad Boys for Life. But All About the Benjamins, I believe, is a record that can still be used. You know what I'm saying? My thing is, it hasn't. Every record, we don't know. Everything's not going to be publicized, Mo. And this is the thing. This is my thing with this whole publishing thing. We've been asking the nigga to give the shit back. We didn't say this. We wasn't saying this then. We wasn't saying, oh well, don't give it back to them now because we don't know what we didn't say that then. That's my biggest thing. We can't sit here and nitpick with this nigga about it when we've been telling the nigga, bruh, if you're going to get up here on these shows and on your Instagram and talk, but dog, get these people they publishing back. We wasn't saying then, oh, well, don't give it back to them now because of this. Every record holds a different type of equity, bruh. Every single record. We're not even talking about the catalog. We're talking about records. Like, this shit goes in tiers. So if they agreed to get these publishing rights back to them, they made it feel they could have said, nah, never mind, because it don't mean nothing now. But those names that I just said, they agreed to get the shits back. What might not be a lot to us may be a lot to them. I feel like they kind of agree to get it back because, I mean, at the end of the day, it's their shit, but is that not nitpicking though? Let's have an honest conversation, bro. I think it's nitpicking with this shit. I mean, we know I'm not a big Diddy fan as far as business practices at all. We all know that. That could be your opinion, but that's nitpicking, bro. In the grand scheme, it's nitpicking. Not really, because at the end of the day, you know what you supposed to get. Like, I don't think there's nothing wrong with voicing that. Like, but they haven't complained. The only person who's complained is Mark. I mean, because Mark is the only one that spoke about it yet. We haven't. Like I just said that nobody else spoke on it yet. But I'm pretty sure there will probably be somebody to say something about it. And if they don't, then what? I mean, if they don't, then they don't, because they don't choose to speak on it publicly. But I see, like, I feel like I think we're highlighting more of the nitpicking than him actually the acting
I'm
itself.
not nitpicking. I'm just speaking the facts. Like, of course, those songs are not going to be worth what they were when they were
Every
at their
song is
valuable.
different, bro.
That's not this. That's
Every
not.
song
That's
is
not
different.
necessarily true because
Every song
we
is
listen.
different.
We watch a lot of shit in pop culture, bro. They're not using those songs like that no more. That's a fact. They just not. Not saying that can not happen in the future, but they just haven't been.
But
that's a fact, though.
But people still get checks. They still get checks for songs,
Right, and we
regardless of play. We haven't heard Joe Budden's "Pump It Up" in movies and commercials.
And how much he say those checks be? He said those checks.
He said he gets way more than the 300-400 that Mark talking about for Bad Boys for Life. Joe only owns a certain percentage of that record. He don't own 100% of that record.
Pump
So
It
when
Up
you're
was
talking
way bigger
about
than that song, though.
what I'm saying is though he's still getting a good check from the song. That's what I'm saying. According with not at a time. At a time, I remember Joe saying he probably was getting around 15 to 20 a year, maybe for the song. And that's based off of the percentage he had. Joe don't own 100%. He just finally got gold for that. He just finally got a gold plaque for that record like 2 months ago or a month ago.
Right.
So we haven't seen it in commercials, but we know sometimes we scroll through social media, we might see somebody getting onto that shit at a party or some shit like that.
And that's basically what Mark Curry said because he said that song probably will make him like 10,000 a year, which is, if you break it down, it's like $500-600 a month.
Yeah,
that's what he said. Like that's basically the same shit with Joe Budden. So if you saying it's 10 to 14 a year, that's basically the same shit.
At that time.
And that was when.
But Joe's not saying that he's getting. He just talked about it on the pod. He's saying, "Nah, I'm getting way more than 300-400 a month for Pump It Up." He didn't say a number though.
But you're saying he said like 14 a year, right?
At a time, I don't know what he's getting now. That shit fluctuates through time.
That's what I'm saying. It's not. That's still not like nothing that niggas can live off.
It's not.
That's all I'm
not
saying.
It's not nothing crazy. But Mark Curry and other artists are different. I can't compare Mark Curry to Mace. I can't compare
All that
Mark
tells
Curry
me
to Faith
is because
Evans.
Pump It Up was a huge record, and Joe Budden only getting 14 a year off of that. Bad Boys for Life wasn't as big as that, but he's still saying that he had other accreditations that he wasn't properly, taken care of for, and you're telling him now you just want to give him his shit back when it's not really worth much now. You can apply the same theory to these other artists. They wrote a lot of. I'm pretty sure Mace wrote a shit ton of records for Bad Boy. He wrote a shit ton of music for Bad Boy. A lot of those songs aren't worth as much as they were when he really wanted his shit back. Yeah, you're going to get your shit back because at the end of the day, it's yours. But in your mind, you know that you're not getting your fair worth. I don't think it's nothing wrong with acknowledging that. That's your shit still, but you still like, hey man, like I ain't getting the full chicken leg, bro. I'm not.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
That's all. That's all niggas are saying.
For him, that's why I say for him, he can speak to his shit, and that's warranted because that's him. But I honestly feel like, especially based off how vocal he's been over the last couple of years, he would have said something. Especially with what he got going on now, Mace would have said something. Because Mace said himself he offered Puff $2 million for his publishing a few years ago. He didn't turn it down. So if he getting his shit back, and if it wasn't what
because all it starts at Diddy turning down deals to sell a catalog and overall. So that's what I'm saying. All it tells me, those offers weren't enough for Diddy.
That could be a thing. Or he probably could have been like, nah, I'm gonna give it back to them. That could be a possibility.
He turned those deals down though. Because they weren't adequate.
What I'm saying is, I'm not saying this is the reason. Listen very carefully, bro. What I'm saying is he probably could have said, you know what? Nah, I'm going to just go ahead and give him back. I'm not saying he could not have turned the deals down because the money wasn't X, Y, and Z. But Diddy has plenty of money. We've been saying it again. We've been saying it for the last couple. It's like, bro, it's not like you need the fucking money. So he probably could have just turned the deal down and said, nah, I'm going to just go ahead and give it back to them. I'm cool on that. That's what he probably could have did. I'm not saying he could have looked at a number and been like, nah, that ain't shit. I'm saying there's a possibility based off of what we've been saying, because we've been saying it's not like he need the bread. He probably could have been like, nah, I'm just go ahead and give it back to them. That could be a possibility. That's all I'm saying. And based off of me personally, I know I've been saying, bro, if you're going to be an advocate for all of this, do right by your artists and let them eat off their publishing. That's the biggest thing we talking about. Artists eating off their publishing, their master records, all that shit. If you're able to make something right, make it right. When Mace was complaining about his publishing a few years ago, that might have been last year, because time go by fast as a motherfucker. bro, just get a man his publishing back. It's not like
He
you
spoke,
need this
yeah,
shit.
he spoken on Gillian Wallow. That was last year. He
You know what
spoke
I'm
on
saying?
that
It's like, bro, it's not like you just give him the shit back. That's what we say. Give him the shit back. It's not like you need the money. $2 million. The man offered you $2 million for his shit, and you said no. And that was a big thing around that time, especially when he was giving that speech at the Grammy, the Grammy shit. So if he getting to a point now where it's like, all right, let me just go ahead and give him their shit back. Give him back. And like you said, we're not gonna know the details of a lot of this shit. So that's how I'm looking at it. That's just me. And I'm not a big fan of Diddy's business practices. I'm not like where this smoke has been fire. And the consensus has been around him as far as his artist. He has done bad deals. Like people talking, well, that's how the business was at the time. I don't care about that. Because if you know better, then do better. I don't care if that was the
not when
quote
you speaking
unquote
against
the
this shit.
standard in
Yeah.
92, 93. Well, 97 came, 98 came, 2000 came, 2002 came, 2004 came. Like if you know better, just do better. And everybody wasn't doing the same standard type shit back then. So it's not, I'm not caping for the nigga at all. I'm just calling the spade a spade. If us as a culture, we've been asking this man to go ahead and make the shit right, and outside looking in, it looked like he's making it right. Me personally, I'm not just gonna look at it sideways like, oh no, fuck that shit. He looking at it. Nah, he probably didn't need the fucking money. Cause it's not like Diddy don't got money. We know he got money. So he probably been like, nah, dog, I'm gonna just turn down your deal and I can go ahead and give you this shit. I'm not saying it's the same thing. It would be no different if, you sitting on a whole bunch of sneakers or some shit. And you be like, dog, I could get this X amount of dollars for it, but I'm gonna just go ahead and give it to my nephew. Or I'm gonna give it to my homeboy. They need this shit. It could have been something like that. That's all I'm saying. Sometimes everybody ain't looking for the check for the shit. Now, like I said again, if it wasn't a dollar amount that he was seeking overall, that could be a possibility. All I'm saying is he probably could have looked at his shit, bro. I'm 35, 30 years in. You know what I'm saying? Like he's been kind of pushing this thing about being better. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna give the man some grace, bro, in trying to change his ways. That's all I'm saying. I'm gonna give the man a little bit of grace. If you say that you've been trying to do better, this is one of the actions that people have been asking you to do, then salute him. And if the artists are able to eat off the shit, that's even better. That's all I'm saying with that. Because this is something that it's a stepping stone in a sense for executives to be better. We just heard Irv Gotti on Drink Champ say he ain't never giving Ashanti her shit back. And that's some bullshit because it's personal. But he had no problem saying, oh, Ja, I give Ja his shit back because he fuck with Ja.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So that's it. It's not like they can't do it. They can do it. It just boils down to if they're gonna do it or not. Because I feel Irv on this one point only about, if I'm the person who, put you in this position, is it fair to me that I can't eat off this record too? I would never say that you don't deserve nothing, but I would never say at the same time too, you deserve the bulk of it. Because it's the artist at the end of the day.
It need to be more fairly structured.
It need to be more fairly structured. So if you sitting up there, you saying Ashanti can't get her shit back because you still in your feelings over that relationship, that's some bullshit. Especially in the same breath when you say that Ja could get his shit back with no problem.
If all these deals are more fairly structured, we don't hear nothing from Mark Curry. I guarantee you that. If he was getting his money from the verses that he been writing, we don't hear nothing from him.
I still think we do in Mark Curry's sense because of who he is.
No, not really, because Mark already said, Mark said straight, like, he don't even want, it wasn't about the publishing, it's more so you've been taking money from me. The same thing with Macefield. It's about the publishing because you own it, but overall, yeah, I mean, that's all I was saying. Like the money, it goes hand in hand with the actual ownership of the publishing. Because at the end of the day, like I said, like if those pub deals were more evenly structured back then, and they were already getting the bulk of their money back then, we don't hear nothing from Mace. I mean, Locks don't go on a radio station and threaten P. Diddy. They don't, because they already were getting their fair share 2001, 2000, before they even signed with Rough Riders.
That's what I'm saying. Everybody's deal could be different. Everybody's shit could be the same. I'm just putting out all the possibilities. Everybody's deal, everybody's paperwork is different, though, based off the artist. Each artist don't carry the same equity. That's all I'm saying. So everybody's record deal could be structured different based off the value of the artist. You get what I'm saying? All this shit is based off value.
No, I get what you're saying, but it's like if I'm going off the track record, every artist has had discrepancies. So it's like
based off their deal. Like let's say for example, Mace comes to the table. He knows what he carries. Now, he still could be getting more value than Mark Curry, but not to his level of value. Just based off the artist. You get what I'm saying?
And he still feel like he's been
still,
shorted.
He still feel like he could get more. That's what I'm saying.
That's all I'm saying. Like, yeah,
exactly.
This whole time niggas feel they been
exactly.
shorted.
But everybody's still gonna hold a different type of value. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying everybody didn't get their peak. I'm not saying that because people wouldn't have been complaining.
Because when I listen to Mark and then I listen to Mace, okay, so if Mace saying he tried to buy his shit back for $2 million, I'm just gonna put a multiplier on that. That got to be at least worth 4 to 5 times more than that. If Mark Curry saying, shit, just give me $1 million. In his mind, he know what he wrote for Diddy. He said that he wrote the Godzilla soundtrack for him. Mm-hmm. He said that he wrote more verses for him. Mm-hmm. He did an extensive shit ton of writing for Diddy in that time. So clearly they know what's going on. Mm-hmm. He said, shit, don't give me the pub back. Just give me $1 million. Just do something. Just do X, Y, and Z with me.
He said he wanted the money. He said he presented a dollar amount and Diddy wouldn't agree to it.
And he didn't even and this same
and now
Diddy,
he's saying he don't want to even sell it.
And now
he's gonna keep it.
Diddy saying that Diddy didn't even take the $2 million from Mace, and we know what Mace did.
But I'm saying is whatever the percentages that they owned on it, and I don't know the percentages. If they have 100% of that now, I would take my 100%. If you're gonna give me the, let's say if I had 15, if I'm getting the other 85 now. And correct me if my math is wrong. I'm just shooting this shit off the dome. If I'm getting the other 85% now, I'll take the other 85% because I don't know. I could get more money. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
I probably could have got $2 million with the 15% that I own. But shit, who's to say what I can get now that I own the whole 100%? That's all I'm saying on that tip. I mean, I'm pretty sure we may hear more about it, but I'm definitely looking at it from an artist to artist perspective. I can't group everybody together because logically it just don't make sense because everybody's not going to get the same payout. Everybody's deal is structured different. That would be no different if me and you was on Spotify and let's just say Spotify one day decided whatever X amount of episodes we was on Spotify for, right? And then Spotify does this thing where they get back everybody their shit, bro. We're not going to get the same shit as Joe. That's just not how the shit go. We wouldn't because our value and his value is different. So whatever percentage that we owned at that time, and then they come to us and be like, bro, you can have 100% of the shit. Then that's what it would be for us. But we couldn't sit up there and say, well, our shit only worth X amount. Everybody's shit everybody's shit wouldn't be like that. I'm just looking at it from a value stake perspective on everybody else's shit. That's how I'm looking at it. So, I mean, everybody, we're definitely gonna see how this shit play out. That's how I'm looking at it. Everybody's shit is they've agreed to the terms. So if Mace decides to speak out, the Locks, Faith Evans, whoever else may be, I'd be interested to see. But I think it was a stepping stone for other executives to take the step and be like, hey, bro, in the grand scheme, especially when you done built up a relationship, that's my thing. So like, I always look at with 50 Cent, how 50 Cent looked out for Sean Money, except he turned down the offer. Mm-hmm. So when he offered him points on Get Rich or Die Trying versus the action, he didn't understand it then. He said, "Nah, just go ahead and give me my money up front." Yeah. Looking back now, he probably should have been like, "You know what? I probably should have took the points instead of my
But I think he's smart enough. He took points on some other albums. Though.
But see, here's the thing, though. My thing is just put the ear to the artist. Mm-hmm. If you know better, do better. 50 probably could have been like, "Nah, I'ma just go ahead and pay him the money." He presented him an option. A lot of execs, they don't even offer an option.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So. I think it's just a stepping stone because we all want to get to a better place in terms of our music, especially when you present it a certain way, like y'all have a relationship past the music business.
When Birdman gave Wayne his shit back, did he give everybody else his shit back too? Or was it just Wayne?
No, I think that was a money issue. I don't think it had nothing to do with
the publisher.
No, I think it was some money that he was owed.
Well, even with that period, like he
made it right. He know he had to make that shit right.
No, I'm just saying like. With that situation, like that's like all of them look at each other as family anyway because they all seem to come back to Birdman in some way. Mm-hmm. So it's like that's different. So
yeah. Speaking of that, man, how you feel about BG being home?
Finally free, man, and UC was right there for waiting on him. Birdman was right there. So
yeah, it looked like they about to put a tour together type shit.
Yeah, he said he gonna work on a Hot Boy reunion and all. So who's just gonna sit back and see what comes from that. Honestly, I'm just glad he home. So that's over with. He can get back to, he said to me, I'm trying to run it back up. So he back on that type time. So just going to give him time, see what he got going on. But,
yeah, facts.
no more free BG free. So
That was real good to see. That was real good to see. I'm definitely interested to see if he even do some music. Might take him some time at first to get back, in shape, but I mean, we'll see, man. It definitely be dope to see. I still feel like he can get out here and get it popping though. So
Facts.
good to see BG.
I mean, he's still highly respected. So
yeah, definitely for sure. So we got to get some flowers to Coco Gauff, man. She's the first team winner since Serena in '99 to win the U.S. Open.
Coco 19, right?
Something like that. Yeah,
she's like 19. They showed a video of her when she was 4 or 5, and she was at the U.S. Open with her parents, and she was dancing when it was over. That
11 years ago was crazy because that shit was only 2012, 2011, bro.
That shit crazy. She was a kid.
That shit still seemed like it was like today. You get what I'm saying? Like 2011, 2012 don't really seem like it was 11 years ago, my nigga. That shit seemed like 2-3 years ago.
This time shit not really real, bro. Like we just here. Like honestly,
I think more and more as I talk to you and we do more shows, you really start to speak about that more, about the time shit.
It's not, man.
You starting to really.
I still remember shit from back then real vividly, bro. So for it's still.
So you think time is a social construct?
I wouldn't say that, but it's like damn, bro. Like you said, like the sense of time, like it's like, bro, like that shit seemed like you still have vivid memories from 10 years ago, especially with social media now. It's basically archiving everything. Like
internet is forever.
Seeing that video of Coco Gauff, like
that seemed like yesterday.
That seemed like yesterday, bro. Especially when you got a timestamp for that. That was 2012. Like, damn, that's crazy.
That is crazy. Sometimes I be forgetting it's 2023. I ain't even gonna hold you.
You better be 2024.
Yeah, like
I still remember a lot of shit from 1999, 2000.
Nigga, the world shutting down seemed like last year, and that was 2020.
And they talking about more shutdowns.
Man, this COVID shit been kicking up.
Yeah,
y'all gotta be mindful of people, man. Be careful. I'm about to be masked up again. I never really stopped, but I'm about to be masked up a little bit more when I go out in public settings, bro. But shout out to Coco Gauff, man. She had a great tournament. Definitely wanted to go unnoticed. She definitely deserves her props, and I think this is just the start.
It's a start for her.
This
man.
is the start. She got way more.
She got way more.
She can go on a serious run, bro.
Shit, Naomi coming back too.
You see her surpassing Serena one day?
I know, man. Serena was a titan.
She's
bro.
It's a different animal.
A titan. You gotta think by 19, Serena already won a couple, right? Serena was winning when she was like 18.
Yeah, no, you're right.
So it's like, and you gotta think she got single. She got a lot of singles, but she also her and her sister was doing doubles, whooping people ass, getting trophies and shit. So she set herself. Serena set herself so far ahead, bro, as far as accomplishments and accolades, bro. Just to get in that tier would be a major accomplishment for Coco. So, like you said, it's still the beginning for her. I salute the Naomi Osaka. She was in the crowd too. She's about to bounce back from having her child and all that. So, it's what it is, man. I think tennis in good hands with them too. So, we'll be all right.
No, I think we'll be all right. Yeah, tennis is definitely in a good place right now. So, NFL Week 1.
We here, man.
Had the first game Thursday. Lions.
It's golf. It's golf, bruh.
Dog.
I'm not gonna do the overreacting Week 1 overreacting, but the Lions.
Oh, them shits be beautiful though.
They be beautiful, but I've been team golf. Niggas know I've been shouting.
Yeah, I like Jared Goff.
I like Jared Goff. I feel like even when he first came last year was his first year in Detroit, right? Even when he went to Detroit, I felt like
2021.
He needed some time to get some shit together. I feel like even the Lions getting that being the first game of the season, I feel like people kind of know that he's turned the tide in Detroit.
Oh, it boosted their confidence.
Oh yeah, even CJ Gardner, he was like, this not the same Detroit no more after the game. He put the ski mask on and shit.
I feel them.
Hey man, they supposed to feel like that. Y'all beat the defending champions first week, so let's keep building on that. Their coach was fired up. Shouts out to them.
Shout out to them, man. So
they've been killing Kadarius Toney too.
Terrible game.
But
him and Johnny Wilson like this.
They posted bro from Happy Madison. He was like, this is hands.
Yeah. Them drops was inexcusable.
Yeah, inexcusable, bro. And he was wide open dropping shit. Like I'm talking about the next man was like at least 5 yards from him, wide open type shit.
So who we think gonna win these divisions? Let's run through division real quick. So let's start in the AFC North. We got Pittsburgh, Cleveland, Baltimore, and Cincinnati.
It's gonna be between Baltimore and Cincinnati.
Who you think winning it?
My gut tells me Cincinnati, but I want to see Baltimore win.
Drew, who you got?
I'm out to. It's tough to go with that because you don't know how Joe Burrow's going to come back. You don't know how that return's going to be.
We don't know what Deshaun Watson going to do.
Right, but I know who's here, who's paid and ready.
Right,
and that's Lamar Jackson. So I'm gonna have to go with Lamar.
They gave him the weapons he wanted.
It's time to put it together.
Yeah, it's time to put it together. Yeah, you're right.
All right, I'm gonna go with the Bengals. AFC East, we got Buffalo, Miami, Patriots, Jets. Who we got winning?
Jets. I got the Jets winning.
You got the Jets. I still got the Bills winning the division.
I got the Jets winning, man. I
think if they put it all together, I mean, I can never go against Aaron Rodgers, but I'm going with
That's
the
what
Jets.
I'm saying. AR there now, man. I gotta go with the Jets, bro.
All right. So we got AFC South, Tennessee, Indy, Jacksonville, Houston.
Coach Nation, baby.
You said Indy, Jacksonville, Houston, and who else?
Tennessee.
Mike's going Jacksonville. We know this, but
I ain't going Jacksonville.
Who you going?
We going.
I'm gonna go with the Colts.
Hey, let's go.
I'm gonna go with the Colts.
I'd probably say the Colts.
I think I think they'll catch Jacksonville off guard.
Let me address that tweet right quick, man.
Shout out to Ralph.
Yeah, big up.
Shouts out Ralph, man. Shouts out Home Team Kicks, man. Shouts out my nigga Ralph, man.
Yeah, big up, man. Let me just say, man, I'm not against the Colts. There's no, hate. It's just a hate towards Jim Irsay. You know what I mean? That's the only thing. There's never no doubt. I think ultimately we put together the team. We've got the pieces. I'm just worried about the corners, but other than that, man, pay JT. That's my biggest thing. Stop playing in this nigga face. Y'all paid the fucking long snapper.
Extended him too.
Extended the long snapper. Like, what we doing here? You know what I'm saying? This is the shit I be saying. Stop playing in this
That's
nigga
blatant
face.
disrespect.
100%.
They did that on purpose.
Oh, and then
Because you can get a long snapper, my nigga.
and then Chris Ballard goes and says, "Bro, what's the hold up?" And he's like, "We won 4 games last year." Well, nigga, that long snapper was there last year too. So why he get the extension? JT can't. You see what I'm saying? You're playing in the man face. Stop playing in the man face. That's all I have to say.
Yeah.
But go ahead, Mike.
Oh no, yeah. So
I got the Colts though. I got the Colts.
all right. So AFC West: Denver, Las Vegas, Chargers, Chiefs.
Chiefs.
All right. Let's switch over to the NFC. NFC East: Dallas, Giants, Eagles, Commanders.
Eagles.
I'm gonna go Dallas.
You going Dallas? Why you got Dallas?
I think they have the best roster in that division.
Eagles do got a lot of new people. You right. Eagles do got a shit ton. They lost a lot. You right.
It's all gonna fall on Dak Prescott, which I think Dak is capable of. He just gotta finally put the shit together. No more excuses.
I can't go against.
We said that last year with Dak though, bro.
Yeah, I can't go against the Eagle Dogs on defense, and
they got some dogs on defense. They do.
They got all of Georgia past 3 years.
See, Dallas
crazy.
legit don't got no holes on their team.
Right.
Like Eagles, I think they're gonna take some hits at the running back position. They're doing it by committee. I ain't really holding it too much against them, and I think Dallas defense is better than theirs.
I wouldn't argue that.
Yeah. So NFC North, we got Lions, Bears, Packers, Vikings.
Lions, Bears, Packers, Vikings. Lions, Bears, Packers.
I
Vikings.
think that is one of the hardest divisions.
That's a toss-up.
To
That's a
really
toss-up,
think
man.
of because Aaron Rodgers isn't there anymore, and it's time for somebody to take over essentially.
Fields, Cousins,
Yeah.
Golf.
But you also gotta I can't count out Jordan Love because it's just very unseen. He's coming off of one of the watching one of the greatest to ever do this shit. You know what I'm saying? So and preseason looked good to me. I'm not going to count out Green Bay. I think their defense is always going to be a pretty good defense.
He got to control his narrative this year, though. He got to control his own narrative.
It's up to Jordan Love, but I think that's a toss-up. But if I had to flip a coin, I'm going with Chicago. I think
Chicago not a bad pick.
I just think Chicago's going to be.
Justin Fields put it together?
I would say
DJ Moore's there now. I think. I mean, you got to look at relationships, and that's my biggest thing. And out the gate preseason, first fucking pass, you take it to the house. Oh, they already clicking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think he's taken enough criticism. He's taken enough. I think last year we saw a good bit of like what he can do. But I think he's going to put it all together with DJ Moore being there now.
I'll say this, though, man, because, I'm into the card realm, man. Justin Fields got a lot of believers, bro. I've just been watching this summer. it's been a shit ton. His market, as far as that goes, sports memorabilia market, has been booming. Like, he got a shit ton of believers. So that's not a bad pick, man. What y'all think about as far, because Kirk Cousins still in Minnesota, right? Is it Kirk Cousins?
Y'all both going Bears?
I don't know, bro. Because
I think it's the Vikings division to lose.
I want to say the Vikings, either the Vikings or the Lions, bro. Because just based off
they won it last year.
Just based off of experience.
I think they have the most experienced roster. I like what the Lions doing, but I don't think they're there with the Vikings yet.
Yeah, Justin Jefferson's a fucking dog.
That's what I'm saying. Him and Kirk click together. So it's like, I don't know, bro. Like,
but I think Justin literally gonna have them boys on his fucking back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Kirk Cousins not running like Justin Jefferson. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me, Kirk Cousins. Yeah, I mean, if you lock down Justin Jefferson, you don't really have Dalvin Cook's not there anymore. So you see what I'm saying? Like, I don't know really with the Vikings.
It's a tricky division.
100%. That's why I said that one of all the divisions. It's always that toss up with the Eagles and Dallas divisions. I know, like, nigga can have
it been like that though.
Always been like
that.
But
this year for that division right there, it's a toss up, bro. It's a true toss up, bro.
Because there's been some key pieces taken out of that division.
So Mo undecided. Drew, you got
Bears.
No, I'd probably go Vikings, bro. I'll probably go Vikings.
I ain't gonna lie, man. I really do like the Bears. I think they have the young core to really put it all together. But I fuck with Green Bay, bro. Like, I know their defense, what they're going to do. It's just the Jordan Love thing. It's just a question mark.
It's a question. Right. So what we say is the Vikings to lose and the Bears to win.
Yeah, essentially.
That's fair.
Yeah.
All right. So NFC South: Falcons, Saints, Bucks, Panthers.
Falcons, Saints, Bucks, Panthers. You see, it's a lot of new faces in that shit.
Yeah,
too.
That too.
That's a lot.
That too.
To win, it's really a toss up. Y'all have a very good chance.
Who got the best defense in that division?
Saints.
I think us.
Saints. Of a veteran core defense, I'll have to say Saints.
What'd you say?
He says
defense.
Oh.
I'm just talking about who y'all got as a winner.
I think I'm gonna go. They got Derek Carr there now with the Saints. You gotta get it done, Derek.
Yeah, Derek gotta get it done.
You gotta get it done, bro.
This is a pivotal year for him. You gotta get it done.
So,
him and Dak in the same boat as far as getting shit done.
Gotta get it done. Got to get it done. I think Carolina it's a lot of questions of what can come with the rookie quarterback, but I've seen the step back. I've seen the comfortableness.
He comfortable. Bryce comfortable.
I'm saying. So, and he wins. So
he's winning pedigree. I feel the same way about the last division we talked about. It's either going to be the Saints or the Panthers. It's up for either one of them to win or lose.
Y'all know who I got.
Yeah.
So NFC West: Rams, Cardinals, 49ers, Seahawks.
My mind first wants to say Rams, but I'm gonna go with the Seahawks.
I got 49ers. Top to bottom, best. They don't have the best quarterback, but top to bottom, their roster clears everybody else's in that division.
I'll probably go 49ers too.
And then Cooper Kupp, he might not even play this year.
That's what I'm saying.
He hurt?
Yeah, he hurt.
He's on IR right now for his hamstring.
Oh yeah,
this man had to go to a specialist to see
what's
what's
going
going on.
He's not gonna be effective.
Come on, man. I got him on a few fantasies, bro. I need that. And you're talking already. He's not going to play until at least after week 4. So
yeah,
that's already a blow.
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right. So we definitely gonna see. So Drew had an interesting question this week. What do y'all think is the hardest position to play on defense?
Dun 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 dun.
I feel like it was when he presented the question. I thought it was pretty much consensus, but I mean when he told me his answer, I could see why you have an argument. I'm definitely going cornerback.
You said back, right?
I said linebacker.
You said linebacker. I say cornerback. I think cornerback is the hardest position to play in football. Period.
From the aspect of just staying with the receiver and
staying
just
with the receiver, you don't know what's gonna come. You know, you have to stay with that all game. I mean, you just never know what's coming. I think, especially with the athletic ability. And you have to be very, very situational in terms of your keys, what to take gambles on, because you never know what's coming.
Linebackers taking gambles too, though.
The reason why I say corner is because I think linebackers, I'm not saying it's, I would put it number 2, but because if for the most part, for some linebackers, because you have some linebackers who are just straight up generational. They run sideline to sideline. They're in their gaps. Da 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 da. But if the front is doing what they're supposed to do, that kind of takes off a little bit for the linebackers. But linebackers have a lot to do.
So the corners, that's the last line of defense, basically.
No, safety's the last line of
Well,
defense.
safety, yeah. I don't know, bro. That might be a toss. That's a good question. That's a damn good question, though. It really depends on, like you say, the situation. But it's like,
Are you specifically speaking the middle or outside? Or you just talking about totality?
Just in general.
In general?
Linebackers.
linebackers got to cover
Corners,
runs. They got to
safeties,
cover. They got to
D-line.
cover that middle. I don't know, bro. That shit might be a toss up, bro. But corners, they got their hands full too, bro. Especially who you matched up with, bro. That shit tricky, bro.
See, all right. What would you say? All right, you said corner.
Easily.
Okay. For you, Mo?
I might have to go linebacker, bro. I ain't even gonna lie to you, bro. Linebackers got their hands full, bro.
100%.
It's like you say, bro. Like the niggas who are generational, they make it look so easy that it's kind of like Luke Kuechly, them boys. They made that shit look so easy to the point where it's like you kind of take it for granted how easy they make it look. Like you say, they generational. They on both sides of the field. They cover gaps. A lot of niggas can't do that, bro. On a high level consistently. A lot of niggas can't do that corner wise too, but I just feel like
Corner, you got help. Now, if that receiver's coming across that middle, and that linebacker follows that corner, and it's a run, if it's a draw or it's a run play, and you did not check your gap first, you're fucked. See what I'm saying?
And you got that on the fly.
100%. Like you have, it's just an instinct that you have to have. But you also you're checking your gaps while watching a crossing receiver. You know what I'm saying? Luke Kuechly, one of your favorite players, one of your guys, did that very well. Even to be able to do man on man with the
Running sideline to
sideline.
sideline.
That's
to sideline.
crazy.
You see
That's,
what I'm
and
saying?
still knowing what's going on. Like, that's
100%.
crazy.
I mean, he would be calling out plays.
He was
Yeah.
calling up the play. Yeah, he called
But
the plays.
but also checking his gaps first before he knows he has to go with that receiver. See what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
they're basically the quarterback of the defense.
When
That's
a corner,
different. Yeah,
when
that's
a,
different.
When a corner knows this receiver, they're looking at the legs, they're looking at the hands. You already know what this receiver is about to do. Technically, if you're a good corner, but your job is one man. You know what I mean? Like if this corner is now coming to block me, you know it's a run. Get off the block and come handle what you need to handle. But that linebacker should already be there, or that defensive line should already be there when it comes to the run. You see what I'm saying? You have to check that run first before anything, and that's a very hard task as a linebacker to check all your gaps. And then, boom, have to bust out on a fucking. Oh, you got to out. Boom, I got to get to that. That could be a pick if an outside linebacker can get there fast
if y'all
enough.
playing single coverage,
you see what I'm saying? It's a lot that a linebacker really has to.
And that's what I'm saying. You definitely brought a different perspective to it, because I would have never thought linebacker, but it's a great argument because you essentially need your middle linebacker to be a quarterback, and I think with those guys, it's not really a need. That's why, and I also kind of look at the payment scale.
Mm-hmm.
So we all know when it comes to corners, bruh, it's hard. It is hard as hell to find a CB1.
Mm-hmm.
That's why when you get one, you
keep
gotta
him.
keep him.
Yeah.
And then just the task, because bro, especially with the era we in now, bro, if you got a cornerback one, you better take care of that boy, because it's if to have that value right there, it says a lot. And then it kind of alleviates. Like I say this about Luke Kuechly. I miss Luke Kuechly a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Shaq Thompson has not filled his shoes, but I'm not complaining about Shaq at the same time. If J.C. Horn goes down, and I seen it versus the Bucks last year towards the end of the game season, it was it was ridiculous what Tom Brady was able to do when J.C. wasn't out there.
Mm-hmm.
But when J.C. is out there, bro, you think twice.
Yeah.
So that's why I say I think you definitely brought a new perspective to me with that. I would say it's close, but I'm gonna still say corner as far as that. But linebacker, yeah, if that's why when Luke was out there, it was essentially he was a quarterback of our defense. Yeah. I mean, he gets the calls. It's a rare occasion when the cornerback is getting the calls.
So when you got, I just feel like when you got that, it's like
a lot comes with it.
A lot come with that shit, bro.
I mean, I seen Luke Kuechly even in zone reads. He'll drift off with the linebacker down the middle and come off that, get a pick from a wide receiver making but that's just him being a film savant. A lot of linebackers can't also run sideline to sideline, shoot a gap, even if the D-line doing their job. No, you need to be there, and he's there. Yeah. So I think that a lot of that has kind of played into it because, bro, essentially, if you don't have that, I haven't seen a team where the cornerback is getting the plays in the headset. It's usually the safety or the linebacker. The linebacker is getting the calls. Nobody on the D-line is getting the calls from the coaches. It's the linebacker or the safety. So I can see why Drew would say that. I never really thought about that, but that's a great argument. Yeah. Linebacker definitely has a lot of responsibilities.
They definitely do. This was a question also for all the listeners, subscribers out there. What position do you say is the hardest position on defense? But
just overall. But I definitely think linebackers being the general of the defense and having to, orchestrate to make sure even corners and safeties and everybody, D-line, you see them boys come up.
Move over. That's what I'm saying. That's a great argument.
Yeah.
That was a great question. Yeah. So, hey, listeners, tap in. Give us your opinion on it. That was a great question. So, yeah, definitely, because if that lineman is out of bounds, the linebacker's coming up, hey, bro,
I can't shoot that gap.
Yeah,
I got to check the gap because I can't.
Or you got to adjust, period.
Exactly.
To the play call.
If you can't see what the gap is even looking like because you're too far over, okay, I can't check that before I know I need to go with that wide receiver.
Even on Sounds of the Game, Luke Kuechly used to be like, outside run, shift. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot.
But you think about the best of the best when it comes to linebackers, you know what I'm saying? Patrick Willis, Luke Kuechly.
Ray Lewis. Brian Urlacher.
Yeah,
that's a select group. That's a select group of players right there.
Bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? That
they set themselves apart
100%.
And that's just in modern football. Like that's been a thing though. Like as far as that linebacker position.
Yeah. Now you look at Shaq Leonard now, who's not the typical big ass linebacker. He's more shifty,
a hybrid type.
Yeah,
he's hybrid. Yeah.
So you see the game evolve, and you're able to see this man get interceptions, get picks, and you see this shit that. I feel like it's, I'd be hoping a corner be there, but damn, a lot of times these corners be getting burnt, bro. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, and it was interesting because me and Toon was watching the Colorado game yesterday, and there was a linebacker that had to follow Hunter. So it was a long day for you, my nigga.
Oh yeah,
mismatch.
But, but you could see that that's just where the linebacker had to come. To tail all the way over. Like Hunter had enough time to turn around, backpedal, and catch the ball.
That's exploiting a mismatch.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying?
If you get a wide receiver matchup on a linebacker, you better take advantage of it.
100%. But see, that's also your safety help, your corner help. That wasn't there. You see what I'm saying?
He by himself.
They're just by themselves. So that's but also what caused that separation? He had to check the gaps first before he could even. Damn, where the fuck is Hunter at? Now he's playing catch up. You see what I'm saying? It's also an instinct thing. These are kids at college, so that's why I'm saying that's completely different. But I was just saying, just as an example of how easy it is to be not the best of linebackers and make those mistakes, but it's a huge blow on the defense. You see what I'm saying? That corner can be like, fuck it, I'm gonna take that fucking tug on that jersey right quick.
Yeah,
I don't get burned. You know what I'm saying? Linebackers don't really got that option. We don't have that option, so that's where I'm at with it.
Got you. Yeah, so and shout out to Dion again.
Oh, for sure.
Another victory. Home opener. Had everybody out there. Wu-Tang out there. Spencer Dinwiddie. Derek White
was out there?
Yeah.
So Derek White was out there. He had the whole Cameron, Shannon Sharp.
Wu-Tang being out there was crazy. Yeah. Man, honestly.
What's that? Wu-Tang can show up to Colorado, but no HBCUs.
Man,
y'all got.
They come there for Dion.
They come there for Dion. Man. Everybody's showing up for Dion. The crowd sold out. It was a great game another great game by Shador, man. Their defense still got to be better, but they got Oregon, I think, in 2 weeks, and then right after that USC. So those definitely gonna be tapped in. Niggas said Drake gonna be on the sideline with a split jersey of Bronny and Shador.
Jesus
That's
Christ.
crazy.
That's nasty.
That's
nasty.
That's despicable.
That's nasty. But I can see him doing that.
Definitely believable.
That's crazy.
Definitely believable.
That is crazy.
But again, salute to Dion, man. Keep killing that shit, man.
Keep doing it, man. Keep doing the thing. Love to see it. Love to watch the game. let's actually be able to root for a college football team because y'all already know I don't have a college football team and shit. So it's just been something.
Yeah,
that,
niggas is getting on the Dion wave, man.
you know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
I ain't mad at it, man.
Yeah.
You just
TV coverage about to be crazy.
Yeah.
And they might have game day back-to-back weeks in Oregon and USC.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
They might.
Where else they going?
It depends on what slate they got that week. It depends, but let me see because
Shit,
Let me
Alabama,
see.
Texas. That's supposed to be a big game last night. So
let me see what they got week for. So Clemson versus us. Yeah, Colorado, Oregon. Yeah, they're going to Colorado. They might go to Oregon.
Yeah.
They might go. That's in Oregon, so they might go to that instead of us. So definitely, yeah, we definitely gonna see, man. It's been great to see so far, and hey, man, all I got to say is Clemson. We gonna fuck y'all up in a few weeks. That's all I got to say. Alabama, Nick Saban. Woo, y'all quarterback is ass.
Bro, ass.
He's ass. I'm sorry, he's ass.
He can't throw.
No, he got. If it ain't deep, he ain't doing nothing.
He got legs, but he can't throw.
If he ain't throwing deep, it ain't nothing. He running intermediate throws.
Yeah.
He got to clean up his. He has some nasty interceptions. Some shit that he was like, bro, why the fuck would you throw that? You didn't even go through your reads. So yeah, it's gonna be tough sledding for Bama and that SEC shit. Kill it. Been telling y'all niggas kill that shit.
Yeah, that SEC.
But
shit
but Saban and Dabo, y'all might have some long seasons ahead of y'all, man.
I'm particularly praying. I want nothing but failure for Dabo Sweeney.
We all know it.
I've been very vocal about my disdain for that guy. So as long as he fails,
Yeah.
I win. So
And keep thinking that portal ain't doing you no justice.
Yeah,
you
you
want to
won't.
do genuine recruiting. Okay, genuine recruiting.
you're gonna get your ass genuinely whipped.
Shout out to my
So-
dog Keon Cole from Michigan State. Shout out to all my transfer portal niggas on Florida State. We run it up. Shout out to Bell from South Carolina Gamecocks.
Big up,
My
big
dog
up.
was a Gamecock. He came over to Florida State. Shout out to him. So, hey, that's all I really got, man. I'm excited, man. It's week 1. We about to get this bitch rolling.
What's dog name? DJ Ukulele. That's how you say his
Yeah,
name.
yeah, Oregon State.
No, his dad have been having some choice words for Dabo the last couple of weeks too.
Oh yeah, I saw
So, yeah,
that.
you saw. it's
Oh,
like-
you know he praying on the downfall.
Oh yeah, his dad do not fuck with Dabo at all.
I
so
know.
And rightfully so, man. He
rightfully
made
so.
some outlandish comments throughout the past 4 or 5 years now.
Yep.
And it showed a lot about Dabo. And I also think this is what the universe is showing us. Like, this is what you get, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to minimize these guys off of making money for themselves. And you got the biggest grouch again, also off of Kaepernick shit. You know what I'm saying? You had so much shit to say about that. You know?
he said people should go to another country.
Yeah.
I think
Then
like,
the NIL.
Yeah.
That's
what I'm
my
saying, about
thing.
people
Like
making money.
niggas really was Eurostepping him saying people need to go to other countries. That's so racially undertoned, bro. Like, and people tried to make it seem like he just was talking like, nah, this crack can really feel like this.
And
Like,
now, y'all struggling with them boys off of 205A? What we talking about
they put
here?
up 66 to be fair.
That's
but
just 6 minutes away from here, man.
What we
yeah, it's
talking
literally
about?
6 minutes. From
But had
here.
them on the ropes at
Had 'em on
first.
the
Had 'em
ropes.
on the ropes. They put the little
They threw a
66,
pick
but-
six. They threw a pick six.
That quarterback, K. Kublik, or whatever the fuck his name, that motherfucker is ass. We about to do something nasty to him in a few
Please
weeks, bro.
do. Please
Yeah.
do.
I'm not worried about them niggas at all. I promise you I'm not.
Yeah, you struggling with them boys from 205.
No, let him keep doing his genuine recruiting.
It's all good.
Yeah, let him keep doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we doing both over here, though. And other teams is doing that, as you can see.
Yeah.
'Cause I did not see Texas doing what they did to Bama. I'm even gonna
That
hold you.
dinosaur way of thinking is going to keep them niggas back.
Keep
man.
them,
You
keep
know,
them. Yeah,
that's what
it's a
it
new
is.
wave coming. It's a new wave coming, man.
know?
So I'm definitely interested to see how and it's crazy because the Pac-12 about to break up, and you see how
Oh,
these
for
these
sure.
niggas
Pac-12
running up.
about it, yeah.
Oregon doing anything, Colorado doing, USC doing, and now look at y'all.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you get when you chase that money. But I'm definitely interested to see in two because Dion got Oregon and USC back-to-back weeks, so it's gonna get crazy.
Better hold your hands up like a funnel and let them blessings come in.
Yeah, man. Let them come on in, man. So,
How old girl? How girl?
Kiki Shabbat.
Kiki Shababa.
That means the blessings will come in.
so niggas is excited, man. Niggas excited for week 1.
Man. Yes,
Hey,
sir.
man.
We here,
I'm
baby.
about as excited as I can be to know that I'm playing the Eagles today. So, you know, that's what it is. Like, you know.
And Zeke, you trust.
And
Zeke,
I,
you try.
I have no choice. I have no choice, my brother.
How you feel about Juju knee, man? That's been a big conversation.
I mean, he say he good, but he's gonna say that. I don't know how something like that would leak to media from our staff. That's never happened. Like we keep shit like that close knit. So if that is true, then I mean. We
Look
fucked.
like
We paid him for 3 years. So.
I don't mind getting. One thing, teams don't mind getting out them deals. Don't get it fucked up.
Oh, that's true too. But I mean, we brought him here
Yeah,
for
yeah.
So it's like all that, knowing that we could have not only had Hopkins and we should have made a real play at getting Trey Lance. I'm kind of looking at shit. I don't know, man.
We'll see.
It is what it is.
So before we get out of here, final score predictions for y'all teams. I got 28-16 for my Panthers.
Man, I got a field goal win because I already know how this shit about to go.
Field goal win?
Yeah.
If we win, it's gonna be on some field goal shit.
Yeah. Let me just say this right quick, that it's so hard to really, like, the first 4 weeks to be like, damn, I want these niggas to win. And it's so essential that we win the first 4 games because the first are 2 divisional games.
Ours too.
But it's still like, damn, like, if we do well, they're not going to pay JT.
Oh, yes.
If we suck, we have to pay the
Gotta
man.
pay him.
We have to pay the man. So that's the dilemma. But
one more question. Even if y'all in a situation y'all have to pay JT, you think the other running backs taking that chump change affects his market?
well, I think it's
Realistically, what you think he'll sign for?
I hope that he gets what Barkley at least gets. Give him some incentives and give him 10, 13, whatever. And I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. Because but it's still one of those things like you don't really want to go get a running back because there's niggas like Fournette out there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there's always gonna be a notable.
There's a nigga like Hunt out there. You know what I'm saying? So if you niggas really want to go ahead and move on from JT, we would have done that.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? I think the shit about talking about going to get Dobson from Green Bay and the shit about Weddle in Miami, I think that's all cap. I think that's just all just
I think
hoopla.
these teams, like you say, that's a great point. These teams know that there's always going to be a notable name out there at the running back, or like you say, like Mike say, running back by committee. We don't know who else on this team who's a potential dog. Like, I just wanted to get to a place where they're fairly compensated. I mean, due to the nature of that position, I just don't know.
If you're averaging 2.2 yards a carry, my nigga, you're not getting paid.
Yeah.
3 yards a carry, you're not
But
getting paid.
that's a lot of scrutiny they place on that position. Like, they place a lot of scrutiny on that position, but it's like,
we'll see.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I mean, it's only because I feel like we know that we're going back into the era of mobile quarterbacks.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Like, your quarterback can run, which was the thing with Vic.
And is accurate.
100%.
Nah, these niggas mobile and accurate.
As a running back, it's going to be more what you can do outside of running.
100%.
So,
you need to be a Christian
receiving?
McCaffrey. You need to be a Debo Samuels. You know what I'm saying?
Miles Sanders.
Yeah, man. So you got to be more versatile, and that's one of those things. Those down house. I mean, there's not even fullbacks in the league anymore.
That's a great. I wanted to bring that up. What's the last notable fullback we had?
If they are, they kind of like a tight end hybrid.
They are hybrid. So it's like
the Mike All-Star days is cooked.
That's cooked. That's what I'm about to say.
We're not doing that no
John
more.
Kuhn days.
Yeah,
that's
cooked.
over with.
Yeah.
That's over.
That's it. That's over. So,
which is crazy because the fullback was a very vital piece to the offense at one point.
Because some backs can't even handle the defensive line that's coming in.
Exactly,
you
needed a fullback. You needed a fullback. So
yeah, but to be able to drop that tight end up, off the line and stuff as essential, like a fullback, as somebody who's going to pull.
Eliminated
the fullback. But you ain't going to. The identity of the NFL has always been the quarterback sits in the pocket. We see college yesterday alone. I mean, the boy from Nebraska, Sims, he's a mobile quarterback. You got Shakur, he's a mobile quarterback. Shador, excuse me. He's a mobile quarterback.
But he got good pocket presence too, though.
He wanted to stay in the pocket, and that was a good thing to see.
I'll give him that.
Yeah, he can throw.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Because if he was just to take all the shit about the legs, and it's like, okay, well, he ain't nothing but a runner. You know what I'm saying? We get the Lamar Jackson effect. Well, no, he was sitting there holding the ball, taking sacks because shit ain't open. Fuck it, I'll take the sack, but I ain't taking the interception. He should have run a lot of them shit, but he got one rushing touchdown. But big up, man.
Big up.
Big up.
Yeah, man. Shout out to all the listeners. you know, subscribers, supporters, everybody in the city doing anything. You know, once again, you know, like, share, subscribe to us on YouTube, the SoundCloud, the Apple. If you want to hit us on the Cash App, we're on the Cash App at WJTM Pod. Just continue to run us up, man. And we always gonna be here for y'all, you know, delivering for y'all every week. And if you're pushing for anything, man, just stay consistent with the shit. Don't worry about, you know, the views, the listeners. If you take your punches in stride, because you're gonna have punches.
You gonna get punches whatever level you at, bro.
Whatever level. You just gotta keep
Sometimes
keep pushing.
they get worse as you go on.
Facts.
They coming. So you know.
Sometimes you're gonna hit a high valley, sometimes you're gonna hit a low. You're gonna be in a low. It's peaks and valleys in this shit. But as long as you're consistent, that's the only thing you gotta be focused on, man. Cause I know it's a lot of y'all out here, man. I know it's tough, especially with this economy out here, bro. But if you got a passion for something, man, and you're able to do it, bro, you know, assess your situation and just keep it pushing, man. If you got to take a little break, but don't ever stop. That's my biggest thing. I always tell my youngins, you know, people who reach out, bro, don't stop. Keep going, bro. As long as you're consistent, you will be blessed in the long run. If it's really what you want to do. If you're looking just to get something, you know, out of it, you ain't really got no passion for it, it's going to fall by the wayside. But if you love what you do, keep pushing, bro. That's all I really got to say.
No, facts. And then you're also looking to get your logo, your face, your prop, your merch, anything that's you want us to put up on this show. Tap in, man. Write us an email. Let us know how we can help you and how you can help us.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. We all about that, man. So, you know, I hope y'all listen to those Jews that my brothers dropped just now. You know, it's all valuable situations and information. So, well, before we get out here, man, if you hear anything that gets you in your feelings, you hear something that gets you, you know, riled up, always remember.
We're just some messengers.
We out. Peace.